inside. Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Petals for Hope. When you call 988, a counselor will ask if you are safe. After they ask about your safety, your counselor will listen to you, understand how your problem is affecting you, provide support, and share any resources that may be helpful. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
Harry and Rayleigh Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. Under new owners and operators, offered all types of quality signs at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Sunshine, 93 and 74. Heat index 101. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 94. Heat index 101. And low tomorrow night, 72. Independence Day is Saturday. Slight chance of rain showers and thunderstorms, and a high of 92. It's 6:23 in the morning. 74 degrees here in Danville. Thursday, the 2nd day of the month of July. And I'm happy that you're on the show this morning. 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you right here on the radio, on the Joe Show, on this 2nd day of July, as we take a look at some celebrity birthdays. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day, as the great Charlie Perry would say. Here we go, birthdays today, starting off on this date 40 years ago, where actress, model, and producer Lindsay Lohan was born. 40 years old today for Lindsay Lohan. She's been in the movies The Parent Trap, Mean Girls, and this one right here called Freaky Friday.
Look, I think something's happened to us.
What are you?
It's me, Mom.
You're not my mother.
Yes, I am.
Get away, you clone freak!
Don't you use that tone with me.
Lindsay Lohan, 40 years old. 36 years old today for Australian actress Margot Robbie. Been in the movies Vigilante, The Wolf of Wall Street, Mary Queen of Scots, Suicide Squad, and Barbie. Happy 36th to Margot Robbie.
Hey, Barbie.
Yeah.
Can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
Margot Robbie, 36 years old today. Other birthdays, NASCAR champion Richard Petty turns 89 years old today. Happy 89th, Richard Petty. Former U.S. Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall would have had a birthday today. Born on this date, 1908. He died in 1993. Pro wrestler Bret the Hitman Hart turns 69 years old today. Bret the Hitman Hart. And Larry David is 79 years old today. Actor from Curb Your Enthusiasm and Seinfeld is now 1 year shy of 80. Celebrity birthdays on this Thursday, July the 2nd. There you go.
This day in country music.
All right, then there, Mr. Voice. It was on this day country music history back in the year 1925 in Wichita, Kansas, where Marvin Rainwater was born. Country and rockabilly singer and songwriter who had several hits during the late 1950s. It was on this day 1968, Tammy Wynette's song D-I-V-O-R-C-E went #1 on the country charts. And it was on this day 1977, Donna Fargo went #1 on the country chart with a song called That Was Yesterday. And that's what's gone on this day, July the 2nd, country music history, folks. Starting off on this day, country music history, 1925, where Marvin Rainwater was born. This one of his big-time songs.
Gonna find me a bluebird.
Yeah, Gonna Find Me a Bluebird. Also had a song called Whole Lotta Woman. Now, he was known for wearing Native American-themed outfits on stage. And before you scream cultural appropriation, He was 25% Cherokee. Rainwater died on September 17th of 2013. Would have been 101 years old today if he was still with us. Marvin Rainwater.
'Cause I'm all through crying over you. There was a time my love was needed, my life complete.
And Marvin Rainwater, it was on this day, country music history in the year 1968, where Tammy Wynette went number 1 on the country charts with this song. DIVORCE was at number 1 on this date, July 2nd, 1968.
Our little boy is 4 years old and quite a little man.
Country music historian Bill Malone wrote that Wynette's own tumultuous life, she was married 5 different times, encompassed the jagged reality so many women have faced. Therefore, he asserts that Wynette identified so well with this song, DIVORCE. On this date, 1968, it went number 1.
But the words we're hiding from him now tear the heart right out of me. Our DIVORCE becomes final today. Me and Liz.
And it was on this day, country music history in the year 1977, Donna Fargo went number 1 on the country charts, a song called That Was Yesterday. Released in April of 1977 as the first single from the album Fargo Country. The song became her 6th and final number 1.
You know, I've always believed that when you feel something, especially something good for someone, you shouldn't keep it from them. You should let them know. But I also believe that if you think it's love.
There you go. Donna Fargo, Tammy Wynette, and Marvin Rainwater have all made their mark on this date, July 2nd, in country music history. 6:30 in the morning is 30 seconds away.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
This is the Kentucky News Network. This is the Kentucky News Network.
Okay, gang. So chances are there'll never be an emergency ever again. But just in case, let's talk about a plan. Okay. So who's going to do what? Anyone? Yeah, okay, perfect. We'll figure it out as we go. So, who is going to grab the go bag?
What's a go bag? It is a bag we do not have that is filled with things we really need in an emergency.
Guess we won't have to worry about it then.
Ah, good point. So, we all know who to call if something happens then, right?
I'd have to call Jill, Devin, Melissa, Karen, and Bruce.
And I will try to call all of you, but Greg doesn't have a cell phone. Dad's phone will have a dead battery.
No doubt.
And Julie will be on the phone with Jill, Devin, Melissa, Karen, and Bruce.
Well, this is great. I am so glad that we don't have a plan.
I know.
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. A public service announcement brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Kentucky high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Danville Lee's Famous Recipe has been serving Central Kentucky with the best chicken since 1972. Enjoy your money-saving $6 meal. Choose from 2 famous strips or 2 pieces of our famous golden fried chicken, your favorite side, homestyle buttermilk biscuit, and drink, all at just $6. Or grab the 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece family meal with large shareable sides and a buttermilk biscuit. Call for expert caterers at 859-236-8777. It's Danville Lee's Famous Recipe Southport. That's not just chicken, it's tradition.
Nothing celebrates independence like a fireworks show. And Z105 and Send the Lights fireworks stands want to add to your fireworks show with a special mix of patriotic and fun songs this 4th of July, Eve and night. Tune in to Z105 WRNZ from 9 to 11. Enjoy a special musical soundtrack to go with your fireworks show. Listen live on your phone too at hometownlive.net. Brought to you by Send the Light fireworks stands and Z105.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We are one day away from one of the biggest concerts in recent memory in Boyle County, the free Eddie Montgomery concert at Millennium Park. Boyle County's America 250 Celebration Committee has put together a list of what to expect when you come to the My Town Celebration concert tomorrow night. They say plan to arrive early tomorrow. Gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30 and Montgomery Gentry at 7. Make sure you follow posted signage and directions from event staff and walk or take the shuttle bus from your designated parking space. There will be 4 designated parking areas for this event: Boyle County High School, which will include that shuttle bus, Boyle County Middle School, and 2 parking areas in the former fairgrounds location. Yes, it will be hot, and no, you cannot bring in tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies. However, there will be free water and free ice. Just bring your own empty cup. Boyle County EMS will have a cooling shelter available as well. You can also bring in your own sealed non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. You can see the entire list of what you can and cannot bring in, as well as where to park and what to expect at this concert by going to the Boyle County America 250 Celebration Facebook page or going to DanvilleKentucky.com. Speaking of July 4th celebrations, fireworks shows are coming. Here's the schedule of fireworks shows in this area. Tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Garrett County will have their fireworks show. Gates open up at 5 o'clock with concessions available and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tomorrow at Anderson Dean Community Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. On Saturday the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks at Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be Saturday night as well. Eva Medal Health says an investment into laboratory technology will strengthen its commitment to their patients. The new technology includes installation of advanced laboratory automation and diagnostic systems at Eva McDowell Regional Medical Center, Fort Logan, Hagen, and the Commonwealth Cancer Center in Danville. The technology allows for the automating of manual processes in handling specimens and testing, which will help reduce opportunities for human error and improve the standard of results across all facilities. And essentially for patients, it produces faster turnaround times in their test results. I'm Joe Mathis.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote.
Call 800-711-4973. That's 800-711-4973. 800-711-4973 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
The best
football teams always get the call right, and you need to make the right call before you excavate. If you don't and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate, and you could be fined up to $1,250. So make the right call. Put safety first. Call 811 before you dig.
Touchdown! Oh my goodness!
This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville, featuring convenience stay-in-your-car drive-thru and complete diabetes shop. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville, behind Cracker Barrel. Sunshine, high of 93, low of 74. Heat index at 101 today. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 94. Heat index at 101 tomorrow. And a little cooler. Use the word cooler loosely there. Temperatures are a little lower as Eddie Montgomery takes the stage tomorrow night. Either way, going to be a fun day, fun night tomorrow in Danville at Millennium Park for the Eddie Montgomery concert. Saturday, Independence Day, fireworks shows, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. Right now it's 6:38 in the morning, 73 degrees. Thursday, the second day of July. Larry Vaught is getting you ready with Vaught's Views. Here he is.
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Now that Mitch Barnhart's tenure as athletics director at Kentucky is over, how do you think you're going to remember him, and how should he be remembered? He was Kentucky's athletics director for 24 years. During his tenure, the Wildcats won 63 team conference titles, 6 NCAA championships, and had numerous individual achievements academically and athletic. Barnhart was probably most proud of the academic achievements, even in today's money-driven world. Barnhart did a lot for Kentucky that he does not get enough credit for. Numerous athletic facilities and venues were renovated, and new structures were erected under his guidance and leadership. Sure, coaches like Rich Brooks and John Calipari and others at times were frustrated because he could not do more, but that is the life of a major college athletics director. Barnhart left UK way better off facility-wise than when he arrived in Lexington to take the job.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Big enough to carry 160-plus new and pre-owned vehicles in a 13-bay service department. That's Wildcat Chevrolet.
This is Michael Oliver, and we've expanded. With a new facility and expanded lot, we carry a lot more vehicles than most dealerships around. We have great deals on all new Chevrolets right now, and we have a huge selection of pre-owned trucks and SUVs. We're just a short drive away from a great Wildcat deal.
Big enough to serve you, but small enough to give you special attention. That's the Wildcat way. Wildcat Chevrolet in southwestern Kentucky and at Wildcat Chevrolet.
Mitch Barnhart supported the entire athletic program at Kentucky and adapted to the changing landscape of college athletics during the past 2 decades, even if he was not a big NIL guy to start with. But what I always really appreciated about Barnhart the most was that he never treated any sport like a minor sport, and he thought women's sports were important. Could Barnhart be stubborn? Yes. Was he great with the public? No. But I think time will be kind to him and all he did accomplish at Kentucky.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show at this time on 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports, 6:40 in the morning. And Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce again expected to get married this weekend at Madison Square Garden. We have been following the storylines from this in our World of Weird segment at 7:50. Apparently, they're building a big castle inside Madison Square Garden at this point. Well, check out this ad, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Did you schedule your wedding for this weekend only to have Taylor Swift take all the attention away from your wedding by having her wedding on the same weekend? Then you may be entitled to money. And at our law offices, we can get you the money you deserve. Just listen to this satisfied client.
I was supposed to get married on the 4th of July, but Taylor Swift stole my thunder by having her wedding on the same day. All my groomsmen canceled because they want to watch the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding on YouTube or wherever it's going to be streamed. Well, I hired a lawyer and they got me $50,000 to put towards a wedding on a different day because I lost all my deposit deposits for the flowers and the venue and all that.
And that's not all. We'll even reschedule your wedding for you.
Yeah, the only available date is Thanksgiving, so, nobody's going to show up to that one either, I guess.
Bummer. So if Taylor Swift has scheduled her wedding on the same weekend as yours, call our law offices and we'll get you money, making the law work for you. Se habla español.
There you go. Let's see what's going on this morning's World of Good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. As always, it's Mr. Floyd Kramer for you. Here we go. A little good news action on this Thursday morning, and story number one coming from Venezuela and those Venezuelan earthquakes that happened, where earlier this week a puppy was rescued after spending 5 days trapped beneath rubble following earthquakes in Venezuela. A search and rescue team from El Salvador freed the dog, identified as Gazelle, after a 5-hour operation, then gave her water and checked her for injuries. Video of the rescue was shared online. Officials are hoping to reunite the puppy with her owner. Story number two, at the grand opening of the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago, the frontman of Pearl Jam, named Eddie Vedder, surprised a 12-year-old musician by giving her a guitar from his personal collection. Teens from the nonprofit Guitars Over Guns, including Bella, joined Eddie Vedder on stage to perform an original song during the event. Bella's mother, who admitted to admiring Vedder as a teenager herself, said the experience inspired her daughter and thanked Vedder for the unexpected gift. Here's a clip of Eddie Vedder telling Bella she may need more than one guitar. Eddie Vedder giving a 12-year-old a guitar and encouraging her to keep on playing.
You know, when you go to school and you got you need a pencil case, you need more than one pencil, right? You go with number 2 pencils, you need more than one. Well,
like for big collection.
You might need more.
Stop!
Might be one more. One more guitar as well.
There you go, Eddie Vedder saying you need one more guitar. And story number 3 coming from Bellevue, Washington, where a rabbi in Bellevue helped rescue 6 summer camp counselors after going back into his burning home to alert them to a fire early Saturday morning. The counselors were able to escape by jumping from a second-story window. The rabbi himself treated for burns and smoke inhalation before being released from the hospital. The family, whose home was hosting counselors for a Jewish teen summer camp, says it hopes the camp will continue as efforts begin to rebuild that house. The good news! A rabbi saves a family and camp counselors from a burning home. Eddie Vedder surprises a young musician with a guitar from his collection. And a puppy rescued from rubble 5 days after those Venezuelan earthquakes. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Selling Us at Sunrise is coming up next on The Joe Show. And PRN's Garage Pass as well.
Got pain? Curamin is your safe, effective answer. Curamin from Terry Naturally doesn't just mask pain. It gets to the source and stops it. Get results or your money back. Got pain? Get Curamin.
On sale now, only at the Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Curamin is for the use of occasional muscle pain due to exercise or overuse.
Hello, this is Jessica Sperlin. The Sperlin family is proud to be the owner of Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our pledge to you is to offer the same compassionate, caring service that Preston Pruitt established in 1880.
The Sperlin family has many years' experience taking care of families like yours with the finest and most affordable services available. They're located on South 4th Street in Danville. Call 859-236-4343, 236-4343.
Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home, our family serving your family.
Chicagoland Speedway is back, and our NASCAR Cup Series drivers are going to preview the action. For PRN's Garage Pass, this is Andrew Curlin.
The right tools aren't optional. They're essential. That's why pros trust Napa for the equipment that gets the job done right. From Milwaukee fuel sets, sockets, and impacts that deliver power when you need it, to Carlisle hand tools and sets built for precision and durability, Napa stocks the professional-grade tools that keep your base productive and your business moving. Find what you're looking for right now at Napa. Available in-store or NapaOnline.com.
For the first time since 2019, Chicagoland Speedway is back. And even though it's been 6 seasons without racing there, Joey Logano is going for his 7th straight top 10 at that racetrack. Here's what he had to say about the return.
Yeah, it was a great track. I just remember it being wide, being able to move around the racetrack a lot. I heard the bumps are getting worse, so I'm curious to see what that's like. I'm excited they're bringing the racetrack back, hopefully for a while, but we'll see. I kind of wrote that one off. I figured I was never going to get to see that place again, but pretty excited to see it again.
Denny Hamlin recently completed a tire test at Chicagoland. Here were his takeaways.
Gosh, it's been so long since I've raced there, and we hadn't run there in the next-gen car. So my thing was, I don't remember the track being that rough, but we also last time we ran there, we had suspension on the car. Now with the underbody being the main source of downforce, we have to run our car so low, which makes the track feel bumpier than I remember.
Kyle Larson also participated in the tire test, and by the way, he's still searching for his first win there.
It was really fast, had a lot more grip than I was expecting it to have, and a little less fall off than I was expecting it to have, but a challenging track, super rough surface, and excited to get there.
Carson Hocevar has never raced there, but he recently checked out the state of the facility.
I mean, it looks really clean. I've seen photos and everything. They did a really good job, and honestly, it was in pretty good shape. Other than the pedestrian tunnel, it looked like it was, just needed a quick power wash and some weed eater, and you'd be good to go.
It's going to be one heck of a 4th of July weekend in Chicago. For PRN's Garage Pass, this is Andrew Curlin.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Never know how.
And now, here's a message from Morrison Bottom at Gethsemane Baptist Church in Danville.
Lord, you are so wonderful, and you provide so much. We ask for blessings upon those that seek to preach your word. Those that hear, Father, we know just going to church doesn't save us, but it sure does help lives when we worship you together. All glory belongs to thee, Father. Amen.
A message from Gethsemane Baptist Church in Danville, across from Berkman Mill.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Little Riley Joe, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Morning Point in Danville. They have the Lantern there with 2 levels of memory care for early and latter stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. Get information online on Facebook and Morning Point of Danville. Point has an E on the end of that word, Morning Point of Danville. Sunshine, high of 93, and a low tonight, 74. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 94 is the high, and Saturday, Independence Day, mostly sunny, and a high of 92. Right now, 6:51 in the morning is the time on this Thursday, the second day day of the month of July. I'm happy to have you aboard the Joe Show this morning. Hey, the July specials are here for Just Love Coffee and Cafe. A new month means a new chance to give back to their community. It's what Just Love Coffee and Cafe loves to do. And this month they're partnering with the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue, which is an organization that helps provide food, medical care, and shelter, and second chances for dogs in need. You order a July drink of the month, and part of those proceeds goes back to benefit the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. The July drinks of the month include the Cocoa Campfire Latte, named after their friend Coco. From the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue, a rich chocolate latte topped with toasted marshmallow cold foam and finished with a graham cracker crumble. It's everything you love about a campfire s'mores in a cup. There's also the brand new Jolly Rancher Red Bull Infusion, a crisp, refreshing mix of green apple and watermelon flavors with watermelon Red Bull, the perfect way to cool off this summer. It is Just Love Coffee and Cafe all month long in July, partnering with the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. And go in there and tell them you heard them this morning on the Joe Show on WHIR, and you get 200 free rewards points just for mentioning the Hometown Radio Network at Just Love Coffee and Cafe right here in Danville. 100% hilarious, so bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show. Every single morning, we call this one the Dad Joke of the Day, and here it is.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, here we go. Dad Joke of the Day. I was talking with Rebecca, and I asked her to rate my listening skills. I said, Rebecca, how good of a listener am I? Tell me. She said, you're an 8 on a scale of 10. And I'm still not sure why she wants me to urinate on a skeleton. What? Urinate on a skeleton? I don't get it. Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here in the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Well, if you're ever in a car accident, I hope you're not, but there's an app you might want to get. It's an app called Wreck Check. And Wreck Check works in 3 different ways. Number 1, it's a checklist of all the things you need to make sure and do if you ever have an accident. Number 2, Wreck Check tells you which information you should and should not share with the other person in the accident. This protects your identity. And number 3, it can also help you contact your insurance company. Wreck Check. See what you think. It's free. Wreck Check, right here with Rick Dees and this molten magma we call the Planet of the Apps.
There you go, Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where Tom Ryan is in the spotlight this morning. Tom Ryan talking about how you're getting older, you should start getting concerned, and some of the things that people do as they get older. Here he is talking about one of those examples in the Country Comic Spotlight.
I live in Queens, New York. Yeah. And I have a 600 square foot studio apartment. It's 300 by 2. It's a converted hallway. And I used to hate the place until I got a flat screen TV. And now I'm like, all right, I have a great life. And that's what I do. I just sit there and yell at my TV. I am getting older. That's what we do. I yell at my TV. And that used to concern me. And now it no longer concerns me. Which kind of concerns me. I should worry about the fact that I yell back at my TV. And you know what kills me? It's the late night advertising that gets you. Like late at night, they know that we're trying to sleep to the TV. We want to nod off, so the advertisers, they amp up their volume and they yell at you through the TV. I had a guy the other night, he's yelling at me, he's going, people just like you are making hundreds of thousands of dollars in their spare time. You know what? If I was making $100,000 in my spare time, I would go full-time.
Tom Ryan in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps, the dad joke of the day, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. No late night shows this week. They're all on vacation, so we give you no late night jokes from last night's shows. So we'll step aside, we'll come back, we'll finish up the conversation in the 6 o'clock in the morning hour right here in The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports and HometownLive.net.
Summertime, summertime, summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Bend Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at HometownLive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Bend has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the wet adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to HometownLive.net and click on Big Deals.
So shop now!
Shop now, buy now. Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets.
Extension cords can really come in handy around the house, but if used improperly, they can also cause a fire. Here's some advice from the folks at your local electric cooperative on how to use them safely. Never nail or staple a cord to the wall or floor. Don't run cords under rugs or carpets, and always throw away frayed, cracked, or worn extension cords. We're Kentucky's electric cooperative, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Hey, it's Scott Jennings, and I am proud to be on the radio in Danville, Kentucky. My daily show brings common sense to the Commonwealth. Whatever the news of the day, I'm going to sort it out and break it down with my straightforward analysis and commentary. We've got guests giving you the biggest insights into the day's news. So join us every weekday afternoon from 2 to 3 on WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9, or listen, HometownLive.net. It's the Scott Jennings Show on WHIR.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
All right, 6:59 in the morning. Counting down the hours until Eddie Montgomery takes the stage at Millennium Park tomorrow night. Has big news yesterday that Judge Trilly Bottom announced that they're going to be giving out free ice and free water. There's going to be a water truck there, and then they'll have free ice as well. So bring like an empty Stanley Cup or something like that, and stay hydrated there tomorrow. I like that they're doing that, giving people a chance, to still come out and not be wary of the heat. Now, it's going to be hot regardless, but at least give them a chance, the people, the concert goers coming out and getting a reprieve from the heat for free. Free ice and free water tomorrow. That's good news. 7 o'clock in the morning, 1 hour in, 3 hours to go with the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The latest round of talks between the U.S. and Iran is over. Officials in Qatar claimed there was positive progress in the talks that wrapped up Wednesday in Doha. Negotiators for the two countries reportedly spent both days discussing the Strait of Hormuz and unfreezing Iranian funds. The Justice Department is investigating alleged cases of birth tourism. This is in response to the Supreme Court's birthright citizenship ruling on Tuesday. Following the 6-3 ruling, the DOJ's Office of the Deputy Attorney General says investigation and prosecution of birth tourism schemes should be prioritized by all criminal division staff. At least 10 people are dead after a massive missile and drone strike on Ukraine. More from Mark Mayfield.
The strikes targeted the capital, Kyiv, and several other regions across the country.
Russia says it targeted military, fuel, and energy facilities, and civilians spent the night in shelters. Ukrainian officials say that residential buildings were also destroyed. This latest attack comes as Ukraine has been stepping up drone attacks on energy and military industrial facilities deep inside Russia. I'm Mark Mayfield.
America is celebrating its birthday, but babies will be getting the presents in the form of Trump accounts. More from Rory O'Neill.
Included in last year's One Big Beautiful Bill, Trump accounts officially launched on the 4th of July. Millions of families have already signed up for what's technically known as a 530A account. They provide U.S. citizens born between 2025 and 2028 with a one-time $1,000 contribution from the federal government. That money cannot be withdrawn until the child turns 18.
The United States is headed to the next round of the World Cup. The Stars and Stripes shut out Bosnia 2-0 from Santa Clara. Team USA will face Belgium on Monday. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
The humanitarian crisis in Venezuela is hitting a grim new peak. Natalie Rodriguez with this update.
The official earthquake death toll has now surpassed 2,200, with 50,000 people or more still missing. Standing with local relief groups, South Florida Congressman Carlos Jimenez is demanding expedited federal processing to ensure immediate logistical support. Local drop-off hubs are urgently pleading for professional medical gear, baby formula, tents, and hygiene items.
This is the kind of response that I expected from South Florida, especially the Venezuelan community.
He was side by side thousands of volunteers at the Global Empowerment Mission headquarters in the city of Doral. Officials emphasizing they cannot accept any more clothing or standard bottled water.
NYPD officials are prepping for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding at Madison Square Garden. More from Natalie Migliore.
Sources say the NYPD memo, which the New York Times says is titled Taylor Swift's Wedding at Madison Square Garden, is preparing for 100 guests to attend a rehearsal dinner at a venue inside the garden. As many as 1,000 people are set to attend the wedding on Friday, which is set to start at 5:30 in the evening and wrap up around 2 a.m. The NYPD is shutting down West 31st Street between 7th and 8th Avenues. Far less restrictions than when the Knicks were in the NBA Finals, and hundreds of police officers are expected to be on patrol. I'm Natalie Migliore.
New research from Iowa State is focused on menopause and its effects on the brain. Sarah Walters with details.
The study will examine how menopause may accelerate brain and blood vessel aging. It will follow 370 women to examine changes in brain blood flow and its link to cognitive function and overall brain health. Researchers hope the findings will help explain women's higher risk of stroke, Alzheimer's disease, and dementia.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Need your property looking its best? Call Homescapes LLC, a trusted source for all your home, service, and property maintenance. We're licensed and fully insured, handling both residential and commercial properties with confidence. Lawn care and treatments, landscaping, excavation, construction, and tree trimming and removal. One call does it all. Call 859-613-9161. That's 859-613-9161. And let Homescapes LLC get the job done right.
At Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living, you get the independent living feel with just the assisted living support you need. Discover spacious suites with larger floor plans, full-size appliances, kitchenettes, private entry, featuring active living access to hobby and exercise areas, all with just a personalized support designed for each resident. Featuring restaurant-style dining with multiple menu options, it's the perfect balance of independence at the level of support you need. Get a personal tour and start the conversation at Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living. Find out more at morningpoint.com.
Good morning to you. Hey, Thursday, July the 2nd, and we're looking at heat index day, and a high today of 93, heat index at 101. Forecast comes your way. News comes now.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as a #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We are one day away from one of the biggest concerts in recent memory in Boyle County, the free Eddie Montgomery concert at Millennium Park. Boyle County's America 250 Celebration Committee has put together a list of what to expect when you come to the My Town Celebration concert tomorrow night. They say plan to arrive early tomorrow. Gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30 and Montgomery Gentry at 7. Make sure you follow posted signage and directions from event staff and walk or take the shuttle bus from your designated parking space. There will be 4 designated parking areas for this event: Boyle County High School, which will include that shuttle bus, Boyle County Middle School, and 2 parking areas in the former fairgrounds location. Yes, it will be hot, and no, you cannot bring in tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies. However, there will be free water and free ice. Just bring your own empty cup. Boyle County EMS will have a cooling shelter available as well. You can also bring in your own sealed non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. You can see the entire list of what you can and cannot bring in, as well as where to park and what to expect at this concert by going to the Boyle County America 250 Celebration Facebook page or going to DanvilleKentucky.com. Speaking of July 4th celebrations, fireworks shows are coming. Here's the schedule of fireworks shows in this area. Tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Garrett County will have their fireworks show. Gates open up at 5 o'clock with concessions available and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tomorrow at Anderson Dean Community Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. On Saturday the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed lights over Harrington will be Saturday night as well. Even Medal Health says an investment into laboratory technology will strengthen its commitment to their patients. The new technology includes installation of advanced laboratory automation and diagnostic systems at Ephraim McDowell Regional Medical Center, Fort Logan, Hagen, and the Commonwealth Cancer Center in Danville. The technology allows for the automating of manual processes in handling specimens and testing, which will help reduce opportunities for human error and improve the standard of results across all facilities. And essentially for patients, it produces faster turnaround times in their test results. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stewart Powell Ford and Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stewartpowell.com.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote.
Call 800-711-4973. That's 800-711-4973. 800-711-4973 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris for a free quote, 859-236-6686. Sunshine high of 93. 101-degree heat index again today. We remain under a heat advisory, which was initially supposed to just go through today. I don't know if it's been expanded through tomorrow. I would think it's going to be if it hasn't, because 101 heat index numbers for us tomorrow as well. Independence Day Saturday, mostly sunny, 92 is the high. Sunday, mostly sunny, and 92 is the high. At 7:11 in the morning, 73 degrees here in Danville. Happy to have you aboard the Joe Show. President Donald Trump is holding a very important press conference right now to talk about his 4th of July plans.
Hi, folks. Thanks for coming. And I, your favorite president, Donald Trump, want to talk about all of the incredible events that we have coming up on the 4th of July. First, there's going to be another UFC fight on the White House lawn. The first one was such a success. We're doing it again. Then there's going to be a UFC fight in the Lincoln bedroom. Man, that's going to be cool. Fighting on the bed like real men. Then mud wrestling in the White House driveway. Yep, right there on the asphalt, 2 dudes mud wrestling, really something.
Mr. President, are all of the events guy-on-guy fight related?
Of course not. What a stupid question from a stupid person. There's going to be naked oil wrestling in the Situation Room between 2 super hot ladies. Very hot, very naked, very oily, just the way the Founding Fathers intended. Happy birthday, America. No more questions.
There you go, President Donald Trump. Big news, big time stuff coming on July the 4th. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on WHIR. There's a lot of confusion around the ransom and other notes in the Nancy Guthrie case. A day after Reuters reported that FBI sources say they are likely fake, others in the agency are saying not so fast, my friend. The FBI says some of the ransom notes in the case were likely fake, but others are still under investigation. That's according to the FBI's Phoenix office. 2 ransom notes were reported in early February, just days after the 84-year-old mother of the Today Show host Savannah Guthrie disappeared from her southern Arizona home. The first one demanded millions in cryptocurrency, and the second claimed she had died. TMZ is now weighing in after reaching out to the FBI. TMZ chief Harvey Levin says he spoke to an FBI official and another source, and they say it's unknown at this point if the ransom notes are real or not. They told him that the dozen notes the tabloid received about a person knowing who the kidnappers were are more than likely fake, but nothing has been determined. Bottom line is, well, no one knows yet. Hey, Anthony Jabin, a celeb memorabilia collector, may have the inside scoop on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. Jabin was talking with TMZ yesterday, and he mentioned that he got an invite to the wedding ceremony. He then gave as little info as possible, but did say the vows won't be exchanged in the same place as the reception. He also said that when asked that he was invited by Taylor and not Travis, how did Anthony get an invite? He hung out with Taylor at the 2024 Super Bowl when Travis was playing. A heat dome is impacting millions across the middle to eastern part of the U.S. as the 4th of July weekend approaches. The most extreme temperatures were in the Great Lakes region yesterday, with parts of Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, and Illinois all impacted. In Michigan, there were heat-related power outages that left thousands in the dark. Elsewhere, temperatures in Washington and New York will rise near the 100-degree mark today. Added to that heat index of up to 107 in the Northeast, and it becomes dangerous. Major cities across the region like Philadelphia and Boston are set to be affected. The dome is affecting nearly 2/3 of the country, and experts are stressing that people need to stay hydrated. Hey, paramedics responded to a report of a cardiac arrest for an unconscious person at an address linked to Senator Mitch McConnell. On the same morning, his office said he was hospitalized, according to police scanner audio obtained by NBC News. That June 14th dispatch call, which came in shortly after 9 a.m., referenced CPR in progress for a cardiac arrest and mentioned an unconscious individual. That same day, his office said only that he had been admitted and he was receiving excellent care. When asked about the audio, his office pointed to an earlier statement saying McConnell is still working with staff on Senate business. As he recovers, he just won't be voting. McConnell, who's 84, has faced a string of health scares in recent years, including an 8-day hospital stay in February for flu-like symptoms, a 2023 concussion from a fall, as well as 2 on-camera freezing episodes on top of that. And the Trump administration announced yesterday the U.S. will not renew the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, the trade deal President Trump himself negotiated during his first term to replace NAFTA. A senior administration official said the U.S. did not agree to renew the deal in its current form, but that it will stay in effect while the country continues to engage with its neighbors. S-Trade Representative Jamison Greer pointed to trade deficits and other shortcomings as the reason. That's what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville. News Talk Sports. 7:16 in the morning. Speaking of sports, we got the Big Daddy. Coming up next on The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is Sports with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. For the first time in over 20 years, the United States has won a World Cup men's soccer knockout contest. And it wasn't easy. Last night in Santa Clara, Team USA survived a red card and finished with just 10 men to blank Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0 and advance to the final 16. Next Tuesday, the United States meets Belgium in Seattle in the round of 16. Yesterday's other scores: England 2, Congo 1, and Belgium 3, Senegal 2 in extra time. Today's matches feature Spain and Austria, Portugal versus Croatia, and Switzerland versus Algeria. Kentucky men's basketball coach Mark Pope says they're not finished recruiting yet, but Pope was very coy in not giving out any additional information. UK has a 14-man roster right now with one spot available. Coach said it would have to be a special player that would not mess up the chemistry of the current squad. Kentucky referee Bernie Jenkins has been inducted into the National Federation of High School Sports Hall of Fame. Jenkins is the 12th Kentuckian to be inducted into that Hall of Fame. Jenkins was a well-known official in high school baseball, football, and basketball for 51 years. Some streaks continued in Major League Baseball yesterday. Kentucky fell to 0-6 against Milwaukee this year. Wednesday, it was the Brewers 4, the Reds 2. Game 4 of the series is set for this afternoon. Elsewhere, the Yankees lost their 7th game in a row, 6-2 to Detroit. The Rays won their 7th straight game, shutting out the Royals 4-0. And Chicago pounded San Diego 23-3, giving the Cubs 5 straight wins and the Padres 5 straight losses. And that's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey, this is your radio broadcasting live from a really tall tower with a really pointy antenna. And today we're going to talk about growing your business. So are you ready to take your business to the next level? You're looking for more customers, more sales, and more profits? Well, you've come to the right place. Your radio. First, let me ask you a question. Are you mostly relying on word of mouth to bring in business? Word of mouth is good. However, radio is, cliche alert, word of mouth on steroids. Think about it. You can tell 10 people about your business, but with radio, you can reach thousands of potential customers every week. And did you know that radio produces results unmatched by any other media? Your dollars go further with me. So how do you get started? Just give us a call and we'll get the ball rolling. Hey, you want to hear a radio joke? Did you hear the one about the two antennas that fell in love and got married? The wedding was terrible, but the reception was great.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
In the heart of Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Mercer Stone Company is shaping driveways and dreams. Supplying quality stone with local dedication, these folks know a thing or two about building from the ground up. With friendly service and a commitment to getting your project done right, you'll find the materials and know-how you need. And lay the foundation for your next great project with Mercer Stone Company today. We will rock you.
The Danville Mailing Center makes shipping easy. UPS, FedEx, DHL, U.S. Postal Service. Let them find the fastest or most economical way. They'll even pack it up. It's a no-hassle way to ship. The Danville Mailing Center on Jane Trail across from McDonald's. Ask for your $3 discount.
Need collision repair? Danville Auto Body is for you. They give free estimates and work with your insurance company. Danville Auto Body, specializing in body and trim painting, water leaks, paintless dent repair, window motor repairs, and hail damage. See Danville Auto Body on Dillahay Street.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate and they work with your insurance company fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine 93 and 74 is the high and low. 101 is the heat index. Tomorrow sunny and hot, 94 and 72. 101 is the heat index. On Saturday, Independence Day, mostly sunny, a high of 92. And partly cloudy skies that evening, low of 72. On Sunday, mostly sunny, 92 and 71. Right now, it's 7:23 in the morning. It's going to be hot tomorrow for that Eddie Montgomery concert. But the America 250 Boyle County Committee has got you covered.
There's a for sale sign on a big old rusty tractor. You can't miss it. It's the first thing that you
All right, gates open at 3:30 for this tomorrow. Make yourself a reminder on your phone at 3:29 to get to Millennium Park in 1 minute. Do something to remind yourself to get there at 3:30. It's going to be packed. It's going to be awesome at Millennium Park. Ridgeline performs first around 5:30, and then Eddie Montgomery taking the stage after that. Free entry. It is free to go to. Now, here's what you can bring. All right, I'll let you know what you can bring in. Chairs or blankets, right? Got to be able to sit somewhere. Small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. Now, again, it was announced yesterday there will be free ice and a free water truck on hand. So if you bring, an empty refillable bottle, like a Stanley Cup or something like that, you'll be able to get free refills of water the entire time. Salute to the America 250 Committee here in Boyle County for doing that. For letting people, not have to worry about how much money we're going to spend on drinks or how much can we bring or we can't do this or that. How are we going to be able to stay hydrated? Well, they got you covered there. Just bring an empty Stanley Cup of some sort. Now, remember, all guests and bags are subject to search. So remember that. But you can bring in a small personal bag with items in it tomorrow. There's also not allowed things. Alcohol or illegal drugs. Obviously can't bring that. Weapons of any kind. No brainer. Can't bring that. Coolers. You cannot bring coolers in. Small personal bags, yes. Coolers, no. Any sort of glass container. Smoking or vaping outside of designated areas. Here's one that got people in a tizzy a little bit. You cannot bring tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies into the park for this concert. Can't do it. I mean, if everyone brought an umbrella in, no one would see the stage. So you can't do it. But again, they've got free ice and free water for you. So don't complain about not being able to stay cool. They're literally giving you free ice and free water. Fireworks, drones, or laser pointers. You cannot bring pets in except service animals. You cannot bring scooters or motorized devices in. And no vendors or solicitors as well. You'll be able to park in one of 4 places tomorrow. There are 2 spots at the Boyle County Fairgrounds. There's the Boyle County Middle School parking lot. There's also the Boyle County High School parking lot, which will have a shuttle bus attached to it. And they're going to take that road that goes in between Boyle County High School and Woodlawn, and they're going to go right up that road. They'll take a right around that little roundabout on Boyle County's campus and then go straight into Millennium Park that way, and they'll be dropping individuals off there at that shuttle drop-off. The stage itself will, I'm trying to best explain this, it'll kind of be near a tree line. I have no other way to explain it besides this. This is where they take the pictures for the soccer league. And I know that because my daughter and son played BISA soccer, Boyle Youth Soccer Association soccer. That's where the stage is going to be, almost at the end of the football field and then facing towards the football and soccer fields. So it's going to be a massive area for you to set up, be able to view the stage and see the concerts. The food trucks will then be lined up in the parking lot to the right near the soccer fields. There will also be an ADA section as well for those who have trouble getting around or in a wheelchair. I mean, they got all this set up. If you want to know more, you want to see the stage outline, you want to see how this is going to work, DanvilleKentucky.com is the website. And you can look up the helpful hints for Montgomery Gentry concert attendees. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30. Montgomery Gentry takes the stage after that for the Eddie Montgomery concert here in Boyle County. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in, 238-WHIR. America has spoken. And in a new poll, people were asked who they think the face of the United States should be. So if you could pick one person to be the face of the United States, who would you pick? And more than anybody on the list, people picked Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks to be the face of the United States. Respondents to this survey said that he's, quote, the person who best embodies the core values and principles of America. Now, the pollsters did not reveal the numbers, though Tom Hanks got the most votes. Other top vote getters included Barack Obama, President Donald Trump, Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, Clint Eastwood, Dolly Parton, Keanu Reeves, Elon Musk, Denzel Washington, The Rock, and Stephen Colbert. But out of everybody, it was Tom Hanks who was the number one pick to be the face of the country, the face of America, according to this poll. 7:29 in the morning, 73 degrees here in Danville. Face of Boyle County, Eddie Montgomery in concert tomorrow.
I have days where I hate my job, this little town and the whole world too. And last Sunday when my Bengals lost, Lord, it put me in a bad mood. I have moments when I curse the rain and then complain when the sun's too hot. I look around at what everyone has, and I forget about all I've got.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, their on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store in Danville on Houstonville Road.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Vulnerable Kentuckians relying on Medicaid will face new legislative hurdles just to maintain their basic health care coverage starting July 15th. Conservative state lawmakers have imposed a strict 80-hour monthly work and community service requirement on low-income adults under 65. Advocates warn enrollees must closely monitor their mail for exemption paperwork or risk losing life-saving medical benefits due to the new bureaucratic mandates. Concerns are mounting over the health of Senator Mitch McConnell after disturbing reports surfaced that he was found unconscious at his Washington residence before a recent hospitalization. The senator's office has maintained complete silence regarding his condition since late June, refusing to comment on emergency dispatch calls. The lack of transparency leaves voters completely in the dark about the longtime lawmaker's fitness to serve. The Federal Bureau of Prisons is shutting down its satellite medical campus in Lexington. Federal officials bluntly admitted they lack the necessary funding to fix decades of dangerous infrastructure decay at the facility despite recent legislative injections. Staffers will be relocated to nearby units to maintain their employment under the Bureau. Severe flooding in Grayson County has destroyed newly installed accessibility bridges at Logsdon Valley Park. Destructive weekend storms ripped the $10,000 structures from their foundations, cutting off creek access for elderly and disabled visitors. Local tourism officials are now scrambling to secure federal emergency funding to rebuild the vital community infrastructure. And finally, Northern Kentucky residents have a new retro dining option after Skyline Chili unveiled a vintage-themed restaurant in Covington. The popular franchise took over a former Frisch's Big Boy location on West 5th Street after closing down its aging 3rd Street store. Working-class employees from the old location successfully retained their jobs at the new drive-thru. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry. I'm coming home the 3rd of July, baby, for the 250th celebration.
Kick off the 4th of July holiday celebration of America's 250th birthday in Boyle County with a free concert with Montgomery Gentry at Millennium Park. His first ever live concert in Boyle County. Come and hear all of his greatest hits performed live. July 3rd, 7 o'clock. Come early for the bluegrass band Ridgeline, opening at 5:30. Bring your chairs and your blankets. Food trucks available.
So let's make sure we make this celebration the best celebration ever in my town, baby. Yeah, this is my town. That's right, Danville, Kentucky. Let's get her done, boys. The party's on its way.
Friday, July 3rd, free concert, Millennium Park. Celebrate America's 250th birthday. God bless America, baby! This special concert event is sponsored by the 250th Celebration Committee.
Weekends just got tastier at Shaker Village. Gather family and friends for music on the lawn every Friday and Saturday at 6:30, featuring live music, cocktails, and casual dining. Don't miss the weekend breakfast buffet every Saturday and Sunday morning at the trustees table from 7:30 to 10, where you'll enjoy traditional breakfast favorites. And hit up the Sunday lunch buffet from 11:30 to 3, where homestyle comfort meets fresh flavor. Trustees table reservations are available at shakervillageky.org.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We are one day away from one of the biggest concerts in recent memory in Boyle County, the free Eddie Montgomery concert at Millennium Park. Boyle County's America 250 Celebration Committee has put together a list of what to expect when you come to the My Town Celebration concert tomorrow night. They say plan to arrive early tomorrow. Gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30 and Montgomery Gentry at 7. Make sure you follow posted signage and directions from event staff and walk or take the shuttle bus from your designated parking space. There will be 4 designated parking areas for this event. Boyle County High School, which will include that shuttle bus, Boyle County Middle School, and 2 parking areas in the former fairgrounds location. Yes, it will be hot, and no, you cannot bring in tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies. However, there will be free water and free ice. Just bring your own empty cup. Boyle County EMS will have a cooling shelter available as well. You can also bring in your own sealed, non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. You can see the entire list of what you can and cannot bring in, as well as where to park and what to expect at this concert by going to the Boyle County America 250 Celebration Facebook page or going to DanvilleKentucky.com. Speaking of July 4th celebrations, fireworks shows are coming. Here's the schedule of fireworks shows in this area. Tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Garrett County will have their fireworks show. Gates open up at 5 o'clock with concessions available and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tomorrow at Anderson Dean Community Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. On Saturday the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be Saturday night as well. Eva Medall Health says an investment into laboratory technology will strengthen its commitment to their patients. The new technology includes installation of advanced laboratory automation and diagnostic systems at Eva Medall Regional Medical Center, Fort Logan, Hagen, and the Commonwealth Cancer Center in Danville. The technology allows for the automating of manual processes in handling specimens and testing, which will help reduce opportunities for human error and improve the standard of results across all facilities. And essentially for patients, it produces faster turnaround times in their test results. I'm Joe Mathis.
Big deals. Give your budget a break and discover unbeatable bargains at the Hometown Radio Big Deal Store, your local headquarters for savings that simply can't be matched. Indulge in a sweet treat from Sweets by Cindy with one of their famous cupcakes. $10 certificates are just half price at $5. Give your car the VIP treatment with the Triple Crown Wash at Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash at half price, just $10. Take in a play or two this summer at Pioneer Playhouse and save $5 off the admission price. No matter if you call Danville, Harrodsburg, Lancaster, or Stanford home, amazing savings are right at your fingertips. Explore our online deals at hometownlive.net. Why wait? Visit the Hometown Radio Big Deal Store now and let those discounts keep more money in your wallet. Support your favorite local spots and treat yourself.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's the friendly, expert care you'll experience every time you bank with us. Hi, I'm Lindsay Cole, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Danville, Kentucky. Whether you're opening an account, planning for the future, or looking for a friendly face, we're here to make banking easy. Stop by or call us at 859-236-9822 to see how we put you first. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Ray and Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Ray and Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN Autosales.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by Southern Heating and Cooling, keeping your home cozy as your comfort is their priority. They're veteran-owned, family-operated, and locally trusted Southern Heating and Cooling. Go online, southernheatingcooling.com, or call 859-324-2770. Heat advisory remains in effect, 93 and 74. The high and low, 101 is your heat index. Tomorrow, sunny and hot. 94 and 72, the high and low. 101, the heat index for tomorrow as well. And on Independence Day, Saturday, mostly sunny and a high of 92. It's 7:39, 73 degrees, the second day of July 070226. And we welcome onto the show Tyler Miller in this morning's County Agent's Corner. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, Joe. I'm doing real good this morning. How are you?
Doing good, Tyler. I hear some birds. You must be doing some front porch sitting.
I've got the dogs. I've got the birds. Yeah, we got some rocking chairs. We're doing some front porch sitting this morning.
Awesome. Good stuff, Tyler. Appreciate you joining us this morning, giving us a County Agent's Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Tyler Miller.
All right, thank you. And we're going to be looking at parameters 4 and 5 of Cedar Creek Lake bass population. And parameter 4 is the number of bass 15 inches or larger. And 5 is the parameters number of 20-inch bass and larger. And so when we look at these parameters, basically, Cedar Creek Lake's doing well, okay? They go out, they electroshock these fish. They count how many fish they get per hour with each class size of fish. And they've been keeping track of this since 2003. And they get to know how the spawning was the year prior because of the age of the fish. But when we look at parameter 5, number of 20-inch bass and larger, they've averaged 3.9 fish an hour, almost 3 or 4 fish an hour, and that's impressive to have that many fish that big catching every hour. But the number of bass larger than 20 inches has been variable. Kind of up and down over some recent years. But Cedar Creek Lake does still remain one of the best places in southeast Kentucky to catch a largemouth bass. Just one of those ones that you enjoy to put on the wall and show to your friends. So grab those fishing poles and head out to Cedar Creek. And make sure you're taking some sunscreen and plenty of water if you're going today. But I'll tell you what, Cedar Creek's a hidden gem, if you will. And that's your County Agent's Corner. God bless.
There you go. Tyler Miller in this morning's County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Tyler, before you go, some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, Tyler, here we go. All of these facts revolve kind of around like sides and condiments that we may see on the 4th of July cookout table, okay?
Oh, cool.
All right, here we go. Fact number 1, the Caesar salad was once voted by the International Society of Epicures in Paris as the, quote, greatest recipe to originate from the Americas in the last 50 years. So the people in Paris really like the Caesar salad that we make here in America, Tyler.
Sounds like it.
Number 2, do you know what the most used spice in this country is?
Paprika.
Paprika, great guess, Tyler. It's not correct, but it's a great guess. Peppercorns are the most used spice in the U.S. Pepper,
really?
Yeah.
On diners, drive-ins, and dives, it's always paprika.
It's always paprika. Well,
yeah.
Guy Fieri is leading you astray, Tyler. By the way, mustard comes in second as the most used spice.
Oh, you like mustard?
I do. Number 3, Heinz's relishes. Now, not all their condiments, but just their relishes, all contain pickles, obviously, but also cabbage. It's probably for a texture thing more than anything else. They've never really said why, but it's believed to be just a texture thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 4, coleslaw. The name for coleslaw is Dutch. It comes from coleslaw, meaning cabbage salad. Coleslaw.
Cabbage salad.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And number 5, Tyler, if you crave potato salad, potatoes can become slightly healthier after you chill them. Obviously, most potato salad is cold. Cooling cooked potatoes, got to cook them first, then you cool them. It increases their amount of resistant starch, which acts more like fiber and is digested more slowly. And FYI, if you reheat potatoes, it does not decrease the amount of resistant starch. So as long as at some point they're cooled, it increases their amount. Doesn't matter if you reheat them after that or not, it still has that increased amount of resistant starches in it.
You're not going to get away from it then.
You can. Oh, there you go. Tyler Miller in this morning's County Agents Corner. Tyler, appreciate you being on. I don't know if you have tomorrow off or not. I will be in studio tomorrow. If you want to call in and give us a County Agents Corner, that's perfectly fine, okay?
Yes, I'll call in.
All right, good stuff, Tyler. Appreciate to talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye. That's Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office. And this morning's County Agents Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. We have that every Monday through Friday morning around 7:40 right here on The Joe Show. WHIR Danville News, Talk Sports. Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. Coming up next.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 77 years in the Bluegrass. We're Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Enjoy a home-cooked dinner in our shaded courtyard before the show. Shows are nightly, Tuesday through Saturdays. New showtime, 8 o'clock p.m. instead of 8:30. Dinner is optional, and now served only on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. The Iron Baby Angel, adapted by Robbie Henson. A Kentucky Voices world premiere, June 30th through July 18th, closed July 4th. Follow the misadventures of a young Harold Hines Jr., a precocious Tom Sawyer-like character, as he navigates the quirky places and unique faces that populated Danville in 1909. This Kentucky Voices original celebrates our hometown history and America's 250th anniversary. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road, here in Danville. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
If you want to get more customers for your business, radio can help. Hi, I'm Don, your small business marketing specialist. Did you know that radio advertising has powerful advantages over other media? Radio reaches a wider audience, as most people listen to the radio every day. Radio is the #1 reach medium. Also, radio advertising is inexpensive compared to other types of advertising, such as television or print. This makes it a great choice if you have a limited budget. And with radio, you can target specific demographics, so you're not forced to buy the ones you don't need. Finally, radio advertising can generate an immediate response from customers, whether it's a phone call, website visit, or in-store visit. To learn more, call us today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, their on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Nothing celebrates independence like a fireworks show. And Z105 and Send the Lights fireworks stands want to add to your fireworks show with a special mix of patriotic and fun songs this 4th of July, Eve and night. Tune in to Z105 WRNZ from 9 to 11. Enjoy a special musical soundtrack to go with your fireworks show. Listen live on your phone too at hometownlive.net. Brought to you by Send the Light fireworks stands and Z105.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Rayleigh. Brought to you by our friends at Danville Auto Body Shop for top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, you get sunshine 93 as your high, a low tonight of 74, heat index at 101 today under a heat advisory. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 94 and 72, 101-degree heat index again tomorrow for the big Eddie Montgomery concert. On Saturday, fireworks day here in Danville and Boyle County. Saturday's high, 92, a low of 72 that evening for the fireworks show. It's 7:50 in the morning. It is 73 degrees, and Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission, joins us via telephone. Good morning, Mimi. How are you?
Just fine, thanks. How are you?
I am doing great, Mimi. Appreciate you joining us this morning.
Well, obviously there's so much happening this weekend, and we are all very excited about it. In particular, there are a couple of activities that the Arts Commission is directly involved in or has a periphery involvement. But the first thing, we would love to have everybody come and enjoy all of these activities, most of which, of course, are outside. But we want to caution everybody. We'd rather you stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe than come out in this heat. But be hydrated and take care. So, that being said, on the 4th, of course, the 3rd is huge. We're very excited to have such a big event in our town. And I went to see the Iron Baby Angel on opening night, and that is absolutely wonderful. So you have a couple of opportunities tomorrow night to enjoy things. But on Saturday, in particular, besides the parade, there are a couple of other programs that are very interesting. Following the parade in Whistler Park, we are having a reading of the Declaration of Independence, as well as a music program. And this is being sponsored. Tony Wilder put it together, but asked John Nicholson at the Story Center and the Arts Commission to kind of, paste it all together in the end. So we are having a very diverse age group, community group leaders, people who are students, who will be reading the Declaration of Independence. Perhaps people maybe have never heard it read in their lives, but this should be really interesting. Plus, the summer singers will be providing music to a troupe of USO singers. Those who don't know what it's like, the Andrews Sisters, people think of the Bugle Boys of Company B. But also, we will have a performance by the Old Time Fiddlers. So that begins at 1 o'clock in Whistler. And it's not a long program, but it will be really celebrating kind of the beginning, the very thing that started it all, that Declaration of Independence, read completely, very nicely by members of our community. So we hope that you come out and stick around a little bit after the parade, and enjoy that program. And then last but not least, the concert at the fireworks, with the headliner being Michael Hughes Band. And we at the Arts Commission are so proud to have such wonderful talent in our community. Michael Hughes is an Arts Citizen of the Year. I believe it was 2017. So he's a treasure in our community and is sharing in his group. They will be performing I believe they come on at 7:30 at Millennium, but prior to the fireworks. So stay safe, stay healthy, drink a lot of water this weekend, and enjoy as much as you can. We'll see you hopefully somewhere.
Love it. Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. If people have any questions, Mimi, how can they get in touch with you?
Arts at historicdanvilleky.com. Follow us on Facebook or our website, danvillearts.org.
There it is. Mimi Becker. Mimi, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again next Thursday morning, okay?
Thanks.
Bye. Bye. That's Mimi Becker from the Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. Thursdays around 7:50. We'll get an update from her. What's going on with the Arts Commission here in Danville and Boyle County. Let's see what's going on right now out west. We got two things playing at the same time here because I got my Spotify going in the background. Let's see what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment. There we go. The world of weird. Those people are so rich and famous they are disassociated with reality. Rule of thumb, celebrity does it, says it, or thinks it. You should probably do say and think the opposite. Here we go. All right, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are set to say I do tomorrow at Madison Square Garden. Here's the latest update. A source revealed the wedding schedule tonight with rehearsal dinner with 100 guests at the arena's Infosys Theater from 6 o'clock to 10:30 Eastern. Then tomorrow, the Madison Square Garden doors open at 3:30 for over 1,000 guests with a cocktail hour beginning at 4 o'clock on the 6th floor concourse. The ceremony will start at 5:30 on the arena floor. The reception will begin at 6:30 and will end around 2 o'clock in the morning. A guy claims to be invited, says the ceremony will take place at a different location. Food and ingredients were spotted being delivered to the arena. There are boxes of lobster meat, blackened chicken, packaged chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and chicken legs. There are also French fries, thick-cut onion rings, red and orange peppers, romaine lettuce and other produce, eggs, heavy whipping cream, and the whole milk. It was previously reported that Taylor will have stations serving food from her favorite restaurants in New York. New York City has ramped up the homeless outreach surrounding the MSG Arena. It's apparently not to clear the arena for the wedding. They're preparing for expected high temperatures. The wedding could also cost local businesses tens of thousands of dollars because of street closures. With the World Cup games and the 4th of July, this weekend could have been a big moneymaker. And the starting five of Taylor's beloved New York Knicks reportedly scored an invite to the wedding. Think all this sounds over the top? Rolling Stone also put together a list of the most over-the-top celebrity weddings. You can see that online. Taylor and Travis will say I do, expected to happen tomorrow. Hey, sad news. Danny Glover revealed yesterday he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. He sat down with Lester Holt for a pre-taped interview with the Today Show. He said, quote, I'm sure as it advances, things are going to be different and changing. I could live with it in a sense. Since his diagnosis, Danny's movement, speech, and memory have slowed. He'll turn 80 on July 22nd. In another interview, he said, quote, I'm still not accepting in my mind all parts of it. There are the moments that you keep remembering that validate the fact that you can remember stuff, and there are moments I'll never forget. I don't feel like it's the end of my life. I still have my daughter. I have friends. I just want to say your life continues. Danny Glover's battling Alzheimer's disease. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, a man and a woman scaled the antenna on top of the Empire State Building yesterday and hoisted a flag that said, quote, when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. Then they got engaged, and then they got arrested. They were later identified as Russian climbers who were featured in a 2024 Netflix documentary, Skywalker's A Love Story. A couple got engaged on top of the Empire State Building and then got arrested. Danny Glover is battling Alzheimer's, and Taylor and Travis will say I do tomorrow. That's what's going on in the world of weird. Hollywood, the showbiz segment. Melton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for a sandwich for lunch later on this afternoon. We're going to go with the Hot Mammy as the sandwich of the day. It's number 3 on the Melton's Deli menu, 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ally Drive. Lean roast beef, melted cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, spicy mustard, and their famous Dijon horseradish sauce served on a toasted onion bun. You can also substitute the roast beef for turkey. They call that one a Hot Dave. Yep, they've got them both, the Hot Mammy and the Hot Dave. It's number 3 on the Melton's Deli menu, 247 East Main Street and 995 Ben Ally Drive next to Danville Cinemas 8. Tell them you heard him this morning on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News, Talk Sports, and HometownLive.net. We're coming up on 8 o'clock in the morning in the top hour. We'll have the newscast. We'll have Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts. We'll have Jones the Gardener at 8:40 this morning. In the 9 o'clock in the morning hour, Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill joins the show as Kristen Flick will call in and update us on what to expect from Shaker Village in this month of July. A minute away from Top Hour News.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The latest round of talks between the U.S. and Iran have ended with no major developments. More from Tammy Trujillo.
Officials in Qatar, though, claim there was positive progress in the talks that wrapped up Wednesday in Doha. Negotiators for the two countries reportedly spent both days discussing the Strait of Hormuz and unfreezing Iranian funds. President Trump said Wednesday the two sides were making progress and told reporters that, quote, the denuclearization of Iran is moving along well. The next meeting between the U.S. and Iran will take place after the funeral for Iran's late supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, who is due to be buried next week. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
A federal judge is blocking the U.S. Postal Service from carrying out President Trump's order to restrict mail-in ballots. Mark Mayfield with more.
Earlier this year, Trump signed an executive order restricting mail-in ballots ahead of the midterm elections. Democratic-led states sued the administration to block the move, and a judge in Boston ruled that the Postal Service could not carry out the order in the states that sued. On Wednesday, a federal judge in Washington, D.C. ruled that the order could not be carried out in any state. The ruling was in favor of a lawsuit from the NAACP, which called the order Trump's attempt to rig the election. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Forecasters are predicting a scorching hot 4th of July weekend on the East Coast. The heat dome that's been sweltering parts of the Midwest this week will intensify in the eastern U.S. today and tomorrow, creating high humidity and the hottest weather so far this year in many cities. The United States is moving on to the next round of the World Cup after hitting the pitch last night in Santa Clara, California, to begin the knockout stage. The Stars and Stripes shut out Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0. Stock futures are little changed before the opening bell. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp Databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-558-5497. Again, 1-800-558-5497.
Since 1943, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting property for hundreds of thousands of Kentuckians. Through storms, accidents, and life's unexpected moments, we've been there, helping our neighbors recover, rebuild, and move forward. So if you're looking for reliable home or auto coverage in Kentucky, choose the insurance company that's big on commitment. Kentucky Farm Bureau. To find an agent near you, visit mykfbagent.com.
A skyscraper climbing couple is due in court today after climbing to the top of the Empire State Building spire. More from Jennifer Polsoni.
Yvonne Bierkes and Angela Nicolau arrested and charged with misdemeanor and felony counts that include reckless endangerment and criminal mischief following their ascent to the spire of the Empire State Building Wednesday afternoon.
They went up the top, and it's like a cage door, and they went up there.
Once at the top, the Russian natives unfurling a banner that had a peace and love message before getting engaged and climbing back down. Both are experienced skyscraping climbers profiled in a 2024 Netflix documentary, and they've scaled tall buildings together all over the world for years without ropes or harnesses. In New York, I'm Jennifer Bolsoni.
3 men accused of attacking a CBS Chicago reporter and photographer near the planetarium near the city's lakefront are due in court today. Perry Williams in Chicago.
Rafael Salinas, John Twist, and William Huerta face criminal charges. Twist is also charged with a hate crime after allegedly yelling racial slurs in Monday's incident. The 3 suspects were arrested later after allegedly pointing a gun at people on the sidewalk near 42nd and Western in Chicago's Brighton Park neighborhood.
Today, we are celebrating things that a growing number of us say we've seen. More from Bree Tennis.
Today is World UFO Day, marking 79 years since a mysterious object crashed in Roswell, New Mexico. Most people believe it was a secret military project, but there are those who say it was an extraterrestrial spacecraft. So we'll go with that and celebrate intergalactic beings, depending upon if you believe. And a YouGov poll says 60% of you do.
And Sony will stop making physical discs for PlayStation consoles starting in January 2028. After that, all new games will only be available in digital format. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the Wet Adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park, a day of summer fun. Plus, included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deals. So shop now! Shop now, buy now.
Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets.
Is your car in need of a shine? Keep it sparkling all month long with Safari Falls Car Wash. Visit our new location in Danville off the 127 bypass on Skywatch Drive. $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day from 7:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Monday through Sunday, packages start at just $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day. For $22 a month, you will enjoy unlimited washing and keep your car looking brand new all month long.
Whether you have one car or a whole fleet, we've got a plan for you.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Rayan Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Rayan Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN Autosales.com.
Good morning to you. Thursday, the second day of July. That is 070226 on your calendar. A sunny day, a heat index day with 101 as the heat index numbers. Forecast coming your way. News comes up here now.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We are one day away from one of the biggest concerts in recent memory in Boyle County, the Free Eddie Montgomery concert at Millennium Park. Boyle County's America 250 Celebration Committee has put together a list of what to expect when you come to the My Town Celebration concert tomorrow night. They say plan to arrive early tomorrow. Gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30 and Montgomery Gentry at 7. Make sure you follow posted signage and directions from event staff and walk or take the shuttle bus bus from your designated parking space. There will be 4 designated parking areas for this event. Boyle County High School, which will include that shuttle bus, Boyle County Middle School, and 2 parking areas in the former fairgrounds location. Yes, it will be hot, and no, you cannot bring in tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies. However, there will be free water and free ice. Just bring your own empty cup. Boyle County EMS will have a cooling shelter available as well. You can also bring in your own sealed, non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. You can see the entire list of what you can and cannot bring in, as well as where to park and what to expect at this concert by going to the Boyle County America 250 Celebration Facebook page or going to DanvilleKentucky.com. Speaking of July 4th celebrations, fireworks shows are coming. Here's the schedule of fireworks shows in this area. Tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Garrett County will have their fireworks show. Gates open up at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tomorrow at Anderson Dean Community Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. On Saturday the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks at Millennium Park, and the famed lights over Harrington will be Saturday night as well. Eva Medall Health says an investment into laboratory technology will strengthen its commitment to their patients. The new technology includes installation of advanced laboratory automation and diagnostic systems at Eva Medall Regional Medical Center, Fort Logan, Hagen, and the Commonwealth Cancer Center in Danville. The technology allows for the automating of manual processes in handling specimens and testing, which will help reduce opportunities for human error and improve the standard of results across all facilities. And essentially for patients, it produces faster turnaround times in their test results. I'm Joe Mathis.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
It's Thursday, and the Lincoln County Fair in Stanford is the best place to be. Pay $20 for admission, rides, and events at the gate. Floral Hall and Carnival gets underway at 6. Also at 6, it's the Tiny Tots pageant at the Pageant Building. Then at 7, it's the Little Mr. and Miss pageant at the Pageant Building. And the Demolition Derby takes place at 7 at the Motorsports track. It's all at the Lincoln County Fair at the bottom of ASCAP in Stanford. You gotta go.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends over at Morning Point in Danville, state-of-the-art assisted living community, giving residents a better quality of life. Get information on Facebook at Morning Point of Danville. Sunshine, a high of 93, a low of 74, heat index at 101. Tomorrow, sunny and hot for Eddie Montgomery, high of 94. 5:30, Ridgeline is on the stage. About 7:30 or so, Eddie Montgomery takes the stage. Again, it will be 101 heat index numbers tomorrow, but free ice and free water will be given out as long as you bring a refillable cup. So you'll be able to stay hydrated there tomorrow. On Saturday, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It is 75 degrees right here in Danville. So happy to have you on the show this morning. 859-238-9447, 238-WHIR, as we see what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report. A lot of soccer news from yesterday as England beat the Congo 2-1. Harry Kane in England down 1-0 late in that game, and Harry Kane put the team on his back, put a whole country on his back. He scored the goal that made it 1-1 and tied that game late in the game against the DR Congo.
Declan Rice hoisting the cross. Didn't go out, they're appealing for it. The Congo substitutes. There's the cross to Kane! England's saviour! England's captain! Harry Kane in the nick of time!
And then Harry Kane did it again as he scored the game-winning goal to give England a 2-1 win over Congo.
Here's Bellingham. Are England in? Jude Bellingham for England! Saved by Mpassi. Another heroic moment for the DR Congo goalkeeper, Harry Kane. Still Harry Kane! Oh, my word! Majestic! Harry Kane! Unbelievable! England lead 2-1!
One of the most wild comebacks you'll see happened again yesterday in soccer. Senegal was up 2-0 on Belgium late in that game, and Belgium, in like the 80th minute, began a comeback down 2-0. Belgium's Romelu Lukaku scored the first goal to cut Senegal's lead to 2-1.
Lukaku. Not a good touch.
Saw the idea.
Yeah, not clean. Ball played in. Lukaku! Lukaku!
And then Belgium tied the game up at 2 apiece just minutes later.
Trossard putting one up for grabs. Keeper out. He missed it. It's tied.
And here's the call as Yuri Telemans scored the game-winning penalty in extra time as Belgium escaped down 2-0 to Senegal to win it 3-2.
Maury Zhao has never had to face a penalty since he's played for Senegal. Tielemans is ready. Tielemans with the strike. Tielemans! Everyone's off the bench as Belgium leads for the first time.
And late last night, the U.S. men's national team made their elimination round debut against a feisty team from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Team USA finally found the net thanks to a goal from Flo Balogun to put them up 1-0 in the 45th minute. Here's how it sounded.
So with the long, Team Ream, only man there, able to steer it to Adams, flicks it along Tillman. He's got Balogun making a run off him. Can he get around to that ball? To the deflection, Balogun scores! Flo Balogun, first to react to the deflection. He'll do the LeBron celebration.
Things got interesting, however, when Balogun earned himself a red card in a very controversial play in the 61st minute after he collided with an opposing player, caused immediate backlash. Malik Tillman was able to put a cushion on that lead with another U.S. goal and a free kick in the 82nd minute. With a 2-0 win, the U.S. men's national team advances to the elimination round. They'll take on Belgium on Monday, 8 o'clock in the evening against Belgium in Seattle.
There's the final whistle. Seattle, we're coming back. Monday night in the round of 16, the United States, despite being down a man for half an hour, has beaten Bosnia and Herzegovina and has moved on to the next round of the World Cup.
That's what's going on in this morning's sort of Sports Report. We have more sports coming your way next with the Big Daddy.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. For the first time in over 20 years, the United States has won a World Cup men's soccer knockout contest. And it wasn't easy. Last night in Santa Clara, Team USA survived a red card and finished with just 10 men to blank Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0 and advance to the final 16. Next Tuesday, the United States meets Belgium in Seattle in the round of 16. Yesterday's other scores, England 2, Congo 1, and Belgium 3, Senegal 2 in extra time. Today's matches feature Spain and Austria, Portugal versus Croatia, and Switzerland versus Algeria. Kentucky men's basketball coach Mark Pope says they're not finished recruiting yet, but Pope was very coy in not giving out any additional information. UK has a 14-man roster right now with one spot available. The coach said it would have to be a special player that would not mess up the chemistry of the current squad. Kentucky referee Bernie Jenkins has been inducted into the National Federation of High School Sports Hall of Fame. Jenkins is the 12th Kentuckian to be inducted into that Hall of Fame. Jenkins was a well-known official in high school baseball, football, and basketball for 51 years. Some streaks continued in Major League Baseball yesterday. Kentucky fell to 0-6 against Milwaukee this year. Wednesday, it was the Brewers 4, the Reds 2. Game 4 of the series is set for this afternoon. Elsewhere, the Yankees lost their 7th game in a row, 6-2 to Detroit. The Rays won their 7th straight game, shutting out the Royals 4-0. And Chicago pounded San Diego 23-3, giving the Cubs 5 straight wins and the Padres 5 straight losses. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of John Funkhauser Johnson Pullman Insurance.
The right health insurance coverage is vital and can be very complicated, including Medicare and group insurance. This is John Funkhauser. I can make it easy for you to understand, having specialized in health insurance for over 30 years. At Johnson Pullman, we are an independent agency. We can shop all the different chamber plans and numerous Medicare companies for the right coverage and best savings. Give me, John Funkhauser, a call at 859-955-4924. I look forward to ensuring your future.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you, little Rayleigh. Coming your way from Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Convenient stay-in-your-car drive-thru. Complete diabetes shop. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturday, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy behind Cracker Barrel. Sunshine, a high of 93, a low of 74, heat index at 101. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 94 and 72, heat index at 101. And on Independence Day, Saturday, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. Sunday, mostly sunny and 92. Right now, 75 degrees, 8:20 in the morning. And we're looking at Randy Graham with Randyisms. Here you go, Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, 2 days away from celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Of course, I remember celebrating the 200th anniversary being in St. Louis with my high school sweetheart's family 50 years ago, Joe. Seems like yesterday, and another reminder that life is like a vapor. But the 250th, what was called this experiment in government? Isn't it interesting how there's something almost magical about certain numbers in time? Like the 50th anniversary, where even God has used numbers throughout the Bible carrying a significance, like the number 40. And well, I think it'll be interesting one day in the sweet by and by when we die that we'll learn such things. Of course, in reality, we're never going to die. We're just going to pass from one existence into another with new life and responsibility. I mean, you don't think we're going to be sitting on some cloud playing a harp, do you? I mean, how boring would that be? I just have this mental image of us having a daily choice of seminars to go to, like a lesson on American history taught by George Washington. I mean, the real history, not this radicalized leftist liberal Looney Tune garbage that Democrats, leftists like to teach nowadays. Or maybe penmanship by Thomas Jefferson, the author of our Declaration of Independence, where he'll teach cursive to these kids that Democrats, educators, quit teaching to our children. Although it has been said, and I have heard, which sometimes can be the two biggest liars in the world, but it has been said, and I've heard that the legislature here in Kentucky have put a re-emphasis on such, reversing the advice of the quote experts like the Pritchard Committee for Academic Excellence. I mean, what kind of clowns had the idea to end the teaching of cursive writing? Probably the same type of clowns in other professions who try to justify their jobs by reinventing something that's not broken. But no, I believe we'll have jobs in heaven, Joe. I mean, have you ever wondered about what happens to those young children like on October the 7th that were butchered by the Palestinian thugs of Hamas? What happened to them? Or those who were aborted, which God said he knew us before we were born? Well, they just pass from one existence to another and grow up in heaven, in my opinion. Imagine the opportunity of learning. I can see where some jobs might be teaching them. Of course, Joe, I'll be the one sweeping, cleaning up on the aisle 7 on the other side of the railroad tracks. But you know, Joe, it's interesting, like in heaven as well here on earth, the significance we put on numerology. Where biblically speaking, it affects our lives both spiritually and physically. In the heavenly realm, we signify the importance, like on the 25th anniversary, silver anniversaries, and the 50th golden anniversaries, like class reunions. I mean, God still works in the lives of leaders of nations. I mean, the Bible tells us he holds the hearts of the kings or leaders in his hand. And I don't think it's just coincidence that Trump is the 47th president, bringing down the regime of Iran in their 47th year of reign, just like God raised up the Persian king Cyrus the Great. Persia being Iran to rescue the Jewish people after 40 years. There's that number 40 again. 40 years of bondage under Babylon or present-day Iraq. Yes, there's strong significance God holds on numbers, especially 40. Another learning opportunity we will experience in heaven, understanding why. I mean, for example, Joe, I just celebrated my 50th class reunion this past year, as well as the 50th anniversary of my high school football coach's first year, helping organize a surprise 50th for him. That's why I was a little miffed last week, Joe, when the campaign website, the Bull County Fiscal Court website, highlighted the service of one of our career politicians, the county judge executive, for 37 years of service. I wondered what was the significance of 37. Like I mentioned, Joe, 50th reunion, I understand that. 25th and 10-year reunion, but 37? I mean, we never thought the significance of honoring our football coach on the 37th anniversary of his first year of coaching football. I mean, it wouldn't have felt right. It was almost like someone throwing a wrench in the gears of time. Just like fiscal court acknowledgement of a career politician being forced upon us. And then I realized, oh, that's right, it's election year. So the number 37 all of a sudden has a magical connotation or significance for the career politician. By the way, Joe, did you know that Congress and the state legislature used to be paid by per diem? I mean expenses and not salaries. You know why our forefathers didn't believe they should have a salary? Because they'd be more inclined to make it their job or career and not a public service where you want to serve, taking time away from your job. I mean, there was a time when 95% of Americans were self-employed. Did you know that? Mostly farmers. So you would sacrifice your very income to serve the people in your country for what your country had given you. Yeah, I know the career military sucks off the tit of the pig as well, but they're being shot at and allowing us to live in freedom. Like the old bumper sticker, if you can read this, thank a teacher. But if you can read it in English, thank a soldier. A lot of truth in that statement. But our forefathers were concerned about salaries because career politicians would have the power to increase those benefits with just their own vote, which only pushed them further away from the everyday working American. But you know, Joe, this 250th celebration carries even more significance, being the 5th anniversary of our 50th year celebration. Just as God is working in the lives of our leadership and our coordination with Israel today in the fight against Iran, God also raised up Cyrus the Great of Persia to free the Jews in Babylonian captivity. As prophesied in the Bible, God saw the need to raise up a leader to stand by Israel today, which I believe is biblical as well. Because the fact is, America's founding is intertwined with the founding of Israel. And that's why I believe Donald Trump is president today and was saved from the assassination attempt. Yes, God holds the hearts of the kings in his hand. But the fact is, Joe, America's founding is intertwined with the founding of Israel. You know, Trump was wrong when he made the statement that if it was not for America, Israel would not exist today. Yes, even those God raises up are first still human. And just like before a pastor's a pastor, or a rabbi, or a priest is a priest, they're first human and as a result subject to both proper and improper judgment. And why no man, obviously meaning mankind, should be placed on too high a pedestal. God's covenant was with Abraham and Israel, not Donald Trump. And why Israel is the only people who were given an earthly possession by God. I mean, our American ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, who happened to be a Baptist preacher, was right when he stated that America would not be in existence today if it were not for the state of Israel, because we are intricately intertwined. I mean, more than the study of the great civilizations of Rome and Greece, our forefathers, but more emphasis on the 10 Commandments in the Bible, from the Judeo-Christian religions in the founding of our country. And with God knowing our prayers before we asked them, he knew one day there would come up a cry from Europe for religious freedom and for his own people for deliverance from the tyranny of Hitler and Nazi Germany. And there would need to be a country that could answer those prayers. And America was born Sure, we're not perfect, but we are the greatest country the world has ever known. And out of the ashes of the Second World War, there was a new rebirth of the nation of Israel, just like the Bible prophesies, for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. Yes, God holds the hearts of the kings or leadership in his hands, and at times will use times and years numerology to emphasize his control of the universe. Like the two predominant authors of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, both would die on the same day, on the 50th anniversary of the signing of that declaration, July the 4th, 1826. As if God was saying, did I not tell you I am in charge? As God told Abraham, out of Israel, every country would be blessed. And I believe he is using America to be part of that blessing. You know, Joe, on the 200th anniversary while I was in St. Louis, there was a world event going on. A French airliner had been hijacked, carrying a number of Jewish citizens and held in hostage in Entebbe, Uganda. During the 1970s, yes, Palestinian terrorists, just like in Hamas, were hijacking airplanes. And on July the 4th, 1976, Israel rescued those hostages, showing the world how to fight terrorism. Just like the author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, sent warships in the United States Marines to end the terrorism and the confiscation of our ships and selling our people into slavery. Yeah, the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, Libya. And then on our 200th anniversary, Israel showing the world how to fight terrorism 50 years ago, 2 days from tomorrow. I mean, even Israel's prime minister today, Benjamin Netanyahu, was raised in America. Did you know that? Graduating from a high school in Pennsylvania, just like his older brother would. Attending Harvard, MIT, of course, going back to Israel. And both he, his older brother, and younger brother serving in the special forces known as Sayat Mikal, kin to our Navy SEALs. Netanyahu's older brother, Jonathan, or Yonatan, was actually born in America, making him an American citizen. He was a poet warrior, a writer who wanted to become a professor at one of the American universities, but felt his calling elsewhere, in Israel, where he would become a lieutenant colonel and lead that special forces unit, Sayat Mikal. He would also plan the raid on Entebbe, and he would die as the only casualty of that rescue. Isn't it interesting? As we celebrate our 250th anniversary of America's founding, we are standing side by side again with Israel in fighting world terrorism. With Prime Minister Netanyahu, where 50 years ago, on our 200th anniversary, his older brother Yonatan, an American-born citizen, would lead the raid and die on July the 4th, 1976. As if God was sending another reminder. Did I not tell you?
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randyisms, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on The Joe Show. It's 8:30 in the morning, and K&N News is just underway.
I can't believe it either. I paid more than the minimum each month, and soon enough, it was gone.
So you're just giving up?
Giving up on what?
The life of luxury. Egyptian cotton, caviar Thursdays, designer everything.
What are you talking about?
Our plan. What happened to winning the lottery and mastering the art of the perfect mimosa? Hosting galas, wearing enough jewelry to require a bodyguard, vacationing in the French Riviera, and then buying it.
I just thought maybe it was time to prepare for my future. You know, set some financial goals, make some smart investments, open a 401k.
Financial goals? Investments? A 401k? You are horrifying right now. Listen, if winning the lottery were easy, everyone would do it.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National...
Daddy, follow,
No, we don't don't just get our fireworks anywhere. We do it right at Send the Light. They beat any tent by 20%. Get the 3-minute time bomb, 2-minute block party, neon rage. If you want the best show and savings and know you're done right, it's Send the Lights. Located in Harrisburg by McDonald's, Junction City at Grubbs, North Garrett County 27 in front of the dollar store. For your fireworks and more, it's Send the Lights. Plus savings for first responders, military. Now that's where we're going to get our fireworks at.
Thank you, Daddy.
Are you on your feet all day or dealing with shoes that just don't provide the right support? Danville Bike and Footwear is your destination for trusted shoe brands Brooks, Asics, Ultra, and Saucony, plus Power Step and Spinco insoles. Your feet need the right support, stability, and shock absorption for all-day comfort. Let the shoe specialist at Danville Bike and Footwear help you find the right shoe for your lifestyle. Stop by Danville Bike and Footwear at 417 West Main Street in downtown Danville next to City Hall.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Pfister Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We are one day away from one of the biggest concerts in recent memory in Boyle County, the free Eddie Montgomery concert at Millennium Park. Boyle County's America 250 Celebration Committee has put together a list of what to expect when you come to the My Town Celebration concert tomorrow night. They say plan to arrive early tomorrow. Gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30 and Montgomery Gentry at 7. Make sure you follow posted signage and directions from event staff and walk or take the shuttle bus from your designated parking space. There will be 4 designated parking areas for this event: Boyle County High School, which will include that shuttle bus, Boyle County Middle School, and 2 parking areas in the former fairgrounds location. Yes, it will be hot, and no, you cannot bring in tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies. However, there will be free water and free ice. Just bring your own empty cup. Boyle County EMS will have a cooling shelter available as well. You can also bring in your own sealed non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. You can see the entire list of what you can and cannot bring in, as well as where to park and what to expect at this concert by going to the Boyle County America 250 Celebration Facebook page or going to DanvilleKentucky.com. Speaking of July 4th celebrations, fireworks shows are coming. Here's the schedule of fireworks shows in this area. Tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Garrett County will have their fireworks show. Gates open up at 5 o'clock with concessions available and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrisburg will also have their fireworks display tomorrow at Anderson Dean Community Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. On Saturday the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed lights over Harrington will be Saturday night as well. Eva Medal Health says an investment into laboratory technology will strengthen its commitment to their patients. The new technology includes installation of advanced laboratory automation and diagnostic systems at Eva McDowell Regional Medical Center, Fort Logan, Hagen, and the Commonwealth Cancer Center in Danville. The technology allows for the automating of manual processes in handling specimens and testing, which will help reduce opportunities for human error and improve the standard of results across all facilities. And essentially for patients, it produces faster turnaround times in their test results. I'm Joe Mathis.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group. At Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living, you get the independent living feel with just the assisted living support you need. Discover spacious suites with larger floor plans, full-size appliances, kitchenettes, private entry, featuring active living access to hobby and exercise areas, all with just a personalized support designed for each resident. Featuring restaurant-style dining with multiple menu options, it's the perfect balance of independence at the level of support you need. Get a personal tour and start the conversation at Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living. Find out more at morningpoint.com.
Introducing from Pizza Hut, the new Crispy Parm Pan. Imagine that golden brown crust, crunchier, crispier, loaded with cheesy Parmesan crunch that hits different from the first bite. It's the original pan you love. Take it to the next level. For a limited time only, get a one-topping Crispy Parm Pan, just $10. Order at pizzahut.com or in the app. Feel good times. Limited time. Additional charge for extra toppings, cheese, and recipe pizzas. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
It's coming your way, brought to you by The Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? See the owners and operators of The Little Sign Shop. They have full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Sunshine high of 93, a low of 74. Heat index is at 101. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, high of 94. 101 is the heat index. Tomorrow, an Independence Day, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. And fireworks shows there on Saturday evening at Millennium Park. Right now, it's 8:38 in the morning. Pammy! It's Wedding Planning with Pam. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Pam Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pam. Engagement often brings a number of unexpected questions, some you may find invasive. Knowing why a friend or family member is so inquisitive will help you come up with tactful replies. Let's start with, who's paying for your wedding? Sounds pretty rude, huh? In this day and time, wedding expenses are shared in many ways. People may be exploring options for their own future reference, and you don't have to answer. Whenever a question seems rude, it's perfectly okay to respond, "Why do you ask?" or laugh it off by saying, "We're accepting contributions." How about this one? "Am I invited to your wedding?" This can be a tough one. If the friend asking is someone who probably won't make the guest list, say, "I'm so flattered you want to attend, but unfortunately we're having a small reception." If this is someone you wish you could invite, follow up with a post-wedding invitation to dinner. What about this one? "When are you going to have a baby?" This is likely to come from hopeful future grandparents. Tell them when the time is right, they'll be some of the first to know. Coming from people who aren't so close, this question may seem like an invasion of privacy. Humor can diffuse tense moments. Just laugh and say, "We need to get through this wedding first." My love note for today, etiquette isn't a one-size-fits-all standard, but it does bring some order and ease to a wedding.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code PROGRAM25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROGRAM25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROGRAM25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hello, this is Tony Wilder, Chairman of Boyle County's America 250 celebration. To follow up on our Friday, July 3rd Montgomery Gentry concert, we have a day-long lineup of patriotic and fun activities to offer on Saturday, July 4th. It all begins at 8:30 a.m. in Whizziker Park next to the courthouse, where we will have a flag-raising ceremony, a bench dedication by the Sons of the American Revolution, a remembrance of those Boyle Countyans killed in our nation's wars, and a 21-gun salute, and the exhibition of the traveling Vietnam War Memorial Wall. At 11, we'll stage our grand military-themed parade, and then around 1 o'clock, back at Whitaker Park for patriotic music, the reading of our Declaration of Independence, a visit by Thomas Jefferson and Ben Franklin, and concluding with some great traditional musical entertainment. Activities shift to Millennium Park for family fun, including a cornhole tournament at 5, live music at 6 featuring Blue Groove Jazz Combo, and at 7, Michael Fly and the Sounds. The celebration concludes with fireworks at 9:30, providing a spectacular finale to a weekend honoring America's 250th birthday. So come out and celebrate this very special 4th of July in Boyle County. See you there.
Hello, this is James David Sperlin. The Sperlin family is proud to be the owner of Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our pledge to you is to offer the same compassionate, caring service that Preston Pruitt established in 1880.
The Sperlin family has many years' experience taking care of families like yours with the finest and most affordable services available. They're located on South 4th Street in Danville. Call 859-236-4343, 236-4343.
Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home. Our family serving your family.
I'm Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit is here to help, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just need to talk to someone. Our team is trained, compassionate, and ready to respond. Call the Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit today, 238-1134, because your mental health matters.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
All righty. Hey, it's 8:44 in the morning. Let's see what's going on. James the Gardener's in studio. We'll let him get set up as we do Grub Gab, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it on the Joe Show. All right, here we go. Firehouse Subs has just expanded their menu options with the introduction of the new Smokin' Honey Chicken Melt and Smokin' Honey Steak Melt. Will be available starting July 6th at participating locations, along with a new limited-time dessert cookie. The new Smokin' Honey Melts are packed with up to 55 grams of protein per serving. Both feature a choice of sliced white meat, grilled chicken breast, or flame-seared USDA Choice Prime Rib, topped with extra melty provolone cheese, brown sugar caramelized onions, and a new sweet, smoky, and spicy honey chipotle sauce. Both served on Firehouse Subs' signature top sliced toasted roll. Additionally, Firehouse Subs is also adding a limited-time cookies and cream cookie to the menu. It's a blonde cookie based fresh daily in restaurant and filled with white cream chips and pieces of chocolate sandwich cookie, and only available while supplies last. The new Smokin' Honey Melts and Cookies and Cream Cookie available for a limited time beginning July 6th. Lay's has released the new chip variety that's a favorite with fans in China. Thinly sliced taro chips with lime. They're available at Costco warehouses for the first time ever in the United States. It's the latest international offering from Lay's, joining favorites like Brazilian garlic sauce and Korean-style fried chicken. These chips are made with real taro root, a starchy vegetable widely enjoyed throughout Asia. The taro is sliced thin and expertly fried before being coated in a tangy lime seasoning, creating a lighter and crisper texture that's traditional potato chips. Early feedback from fans is overwhelmingly positive. Comments like, quote, "So good, found them today," and, quote, "Once you open a bag, it's genuinely hard to stop." The new Taro lime chips available now at Costco for $6.99. And hey, Dunkin' Donuts is responding to Starbucks' Barista Cup with one of its own cups. To celebrate the 250th of America, Dunkin' is dropping the limited edition Eagle Cup. It holds 24 ounces, features a clear base, and a, quote, striking sculpted eagle lid for a totally see-through beverage experience. The cup available for $10.99 and comes with a free medium Dunkin' beverage. Each cup also comes with a unique code redeemable for $3 medium refresher or a zero beverage. The limited time code must be activated and redeemed by July 31st and can be used daily. Dunkin' drops an Eagle Cup for the 250th birthday of America. Lay's has a new taro chip with lime at Costco, and Firehouse Subs launches a new Smokin' Honey Chicken and Steak Melt. Grub Gab where you can always and unequivocally just eat it right here on the Joe Show.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
James, the gardener, gardening with James.
What's going on, Joe Show?
What's up with James, the gardener, today?
The heat. That's the story it's been all week long.
Yeah.
You know, we still got at least another 2 days of this heat, extreme heat, because by 10 o'clock in the morning, it's already 90 degrees or 95, hitting 100, somewhere in there. So, I mean, it's been real difficult for a lot of people to get out and get things done unless they get out early. And my thing is start at 6 o'clock. If you can get out at 6 o'clock in the morning and be done before 9, you've done your job.
Yeah.
And the main thing is, you know, if you have to water the root, not the plant. You know, so, you know, just kind of go around your plants with a water hose or something, or a container. Just water around the plant. Don't water the plant, you know, itself, because once it hits 90, now it's trying to absorb the water and battle the heat from the top. Try not to put any type of fertilizer on your plants during this heat, because, like, again, it's, you know, it's you put it on. Okay, so now it's trying to do its job up underneath the plant, but then you've got the heat on top of it. Makes it real difficult for the plant. So, so just try to, you know, plant, because I mean I think this stretch is only going to be, I think next week I think it drops in the 80s or something. So that'll help a little bit. So, but try not to strain your plants any more than they have to be at this point. Let's see, because let's see, Friday they say it's a 45% chance of rain by the evening. So that'll help you a little bit, and like I say, and make sure that you're hydrated. You know, make sure that you got water or Gatorade or something that you can keep yourself hydrated. Because if you're out there, like I say, because that sweat and all the energy that you got to put into it, like I say, you're gonna need every bit of that. So be really careful out there. And as I always say, if you're on special medications, either get out there early or go out there 7:30, 8 o'clock at night once the sun is on the backside of you, and not beaming down on top of you, because different medications, what they do is it may affect your health. So be really careful about that also. So just try to be safe out there, and let's try to get through this week.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on the Joe Show at this time. I told James that I like the heat because I like getting out and sweating. Because I like feeling just the accomplishment of sweating a ton, and then you walk back in your house and you're like, oh, wow. It's like super cold in your house, and you've been sweating. But the thing about the heat and how hot it is now, I was out running yesterday at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Right.
And I ran around the corner, and a dude around the corner was like, hey, it's too hot for you to be doing that. Right. And I was like, I know, but I like a good sweat. And he's like, well, you're going to get one today.
Right.
And so it's not bad in the shade.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, that's fine. But then I'm running on a sidewalk, and I go from shade trees to just no shade trees in the sun, beaming down on my noggin, and I'm sweating. And it's like there's no escape from the heat, because the sweating's not really cooling me down either.
Right.
Just like you're surrounded, suffocating.
Well, that's because that humidity is hooking your body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the humidity is just doing nasty work.
Yeah, the heat is one thing. Humidity level, like I say, it just lays down on top of your body, and you're fighting it the whole time. Yeah. You know, and that's just like somebody who's out there gardening in the sun. There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
You know, so, and like I said, hydration is going to be your key for no matter what it is that you're doing at this point.
Garden with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on the Joe Show at this time. And look at this message Brian Caldwell sent me, Emergency Management Director. He's out this morning, and looks like he's got a lot of squash there, James.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, the sun-loving plants, I mean, they're as happy as could be. So, yeah, get what you can and get them back in the house and get them ready to cook.
There it is, Brian Caldwell, going to have some squash casserole in his house.
That's right.
For 4th of July cookouts. All right, we'll step aside, come back, James. We'll see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
Let's do it.
Coming up next.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Crew Cab 4x4 for only $475 per month for 36 months. $3,000 plus first payment, fees, and taxes due at signing. Stock M26528. 10,000 lease miles per year. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
When that time comes and you need an electrician, plumber, someone to fix your heating and air, or garage door care, Kentucky Service Company is your professionals for serving real needs and fixing real problems. Expect clear communication, fair pricing, and craftsmanship you can trust. The KSE family brand includes Fire Stretcher, Heating and Air, Hearst, Electric and Plumbing, and newly added Easy Open Garage Doors. These companies are built on heritage, serving with pride. They are your home's best friend. Kentucky Service Companies.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. For the first time in over 20 years, the United States has won a World Cup men's soccer knockout contest. And it wasn't easy. Last night in Santa Clara, Team USA survived a red card and finished with just 10 men to blank Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0 and advance to the final 16. Next Tuesday, the United States meets Belgium in Seattle in the round of 16. Yesterday's other scores: England 2, Congo 1, and Belgium 3, Senegal 2 in extra time. Today's matches feature Spain and Austria, Portugal versus Croatia, and Switzerland versus Algeria. Kentucky men's basketball coach Mark Pope says they're not finished recruiting yet, but Pope was very coy in not giving out any additional information. UK has a 14-man roster right now with one spot available. The coach said it would have to be a special player that would not mess up the chemistry of the current squad. Kentucky referee Bernie Jenkins has been inducted into the National Federation of High School Sports Hall of Fame. Jenkins is the 12th Kentuckian to be inducted into that Hall of Fame. Jenkins was a well-known official in high school baseball, football, and basketball for 51 years. Some streaks continued in Major League Baseball yesterday. Kentucky fell to 0-6 against Milwaukee this year. Wednesday, it was the Brewers 4, the Reds 2. Game 4 of the series is set for this afternoon. Elsewhere, the Yankees lost their 7th game in a row, 6-2 to Detroit. The Rays won their 7th straight game, shutting out the Royals 4-0. And Chicago pounded San Diego 23-3, giving the Cubs 5 straight wins and the Padres 5 straight losses. And that's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Marker Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Sunshine, 93 and 74, the high and low. 101's the heat index. Tomorrow, sunny and hot. 94 is the high. 101 is the heat index. And on Saturday, mostly sunny, 92. Sunday, sunny and 92. 8:57 in the morning. James, let's see what's gone on this date. July the 2nd, rock and roll pop and R&B music history.
Let's do it.
Starting off on this date, 1956, where this song was recorded. RCA Studios in New York. Take 31 was the version they released. So they recorded at least 31 takes of this song.
Wow.
That would get so boring.
Yes.
It's just redundant. I don't know if boring's the right word for playing music, but just can we do something else?
Anything.
This is the first time the Jordanaires worked with Presley as well. The single sold over 10 million copies globally, becoming the best-selling song and topped the pop chart for 11 weeks, a record that stood for 36 years. On this date, 1956. That's 70 years ago, Elvis recorded this one. It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1966, where this artist went number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with this song. Strangers in the Night by Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra.
Strangers in the night.
The song was taken from the film A Man Could Get Killed. On this date, 1966, Frank Sinatra went number 1, Strangers in the Night.
We'd be sharing love before the night was through. Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart.
It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1969. 3 of the 4 in this group recorded this song.
Once there was a way.
Paul McCartney written song Golden Slumbers, which then fades into Carry That Weight on Abbey Road. It was Paul George and Ringo that were there for this recording. John Lennon was not. He was in a hospital in Scotland after a car accident the previous day. On this date, 1969, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Ringo Starr recorded this song, Golden Slumbers and Carry That Weight.
And I will sing a lullaby.
And that's what's gone on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. 9 o'clock in the morning. Top Hour News is coming up next.
Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump is planning a lengthy speech on the National Mall for the 4th of July celebration, even if there's record heat in the nation's capital.
On July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything. It's going to be 107.
He made that remark while speaking yesterday at the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota, while a high of 107 is predicted Saturday in Washington, D.C. It should be in the upper 80s by the time Trump gives his speech at 9 p.m. So far, the hottest temp recorded in D.C. on July 4th was 100 degrees back in 1919. The Justice Department is directing its staff to bring fraud charges in alleged cases of birth tourism. More from Mark Mayfield.
This is in response to the Supreme Court's birthright citizenship ruling on Tuesday. Following the 6-3 ruling, the DOJ's Office of the Deputy Attorney General says investigation and prosecution of birth tourism schemes should be prioritized by all criminal division staff. The Migration Policy Institute claims up to 26,000 babies born annually in the U.S. could be attributed to birth tourism. Birth tourism is illegal, but the DOJ tells prosecutors to explore related statutes, such as wire fraud and money laundering, when pursuing cases.
Over a dozen people are dead and scores more injured after a massive missile and drone attack on Ukraine. More from William Denslow.
It was an assault Ukraine knew was coming. President Volodymyr Zelensky cut his visit to Ireland short.
warning that Russia was planning a massive strike. Several neighborhoods were hit in Kyiv overnight, sparking multiple fires.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-464-0827 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-464-0827. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Hi, if you are 16 years of age or older and drive a car, I'd like you to listen closely to this commercial. Notice anything unusual? Anything out of the ordinary? Well, if you're a smart motorist, and I believe that you are, you will have grasped that I'm going entirely too fast. Much, much too fast. And you were no doubt asking yourself, why such a high rate of speed? Perhaps you even find this commercial annoying. But when you're behind the wheel, going too fast isn't just annoying. It's dangerous. Not just to you, but to everyone on the road. Not so fast, Kentucky. Please, obey the speed limit. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
The Trump administration is suing to block California's new ban on the retail sale of Glock-style pistols. In California, Daniel Martindale.
With the lawsuit, the federal government is also looking to prevent the enforcement of the state's handgun roster. The list limits the number of legal guns that people are allowed to purchase. The U.S. Department of Justice says both rules are unlawful under the Second Amendment. The U.S. Supreme Court recently reaffirmed the Second and 14th Amendments protect the right to carry handguns outside of the home for self-defense. It also ruled states cannot prevent citizens from using commonly used guns for that purpose.
The NYPD is making its final security preparations for 4th of July weekend. In New York, Natalie Migliori.
More than 2,700 sailors aboard tall ships are coming into New York's harbor to celebrate America 250 Saturday morning, before thousands of spectators are set to attend Macy's 4th of July fireworks display being held on Manhattan's east and west sides at night.
Whether you will be watching the fireworks along the East River or celebrating on streets across the city, you will see thousands of our uniformed officers out in full force.
NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch says there will be several roadway restrictions, with attendees at both events subject to security screenings and bag checks. In New York, I'm Natalie Migliori.
Taylor Swift is also getting married in New York City this weekend. LeBron James has made his first comments since the news broke Tuesday that he's leaving the Los Angeles Lakers. Kaylee Hartung reports.
The Lakers confirming his departure in a statement, writing, "We will always be thankful for his 8 years with the Lakers." LeBron responding with his thanks. "Truly an honor to wear the purple and gold."
He ended by saying, "Hope I made a few proud during my stint." James will reportedly play another year in the NBA, but there's no confirmation yet for which team. I'm Michael Kastner.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This is the secret. Most of Wall Street, most of every private equity firm, every big bank, every investment firm, all of them, they have been leaving quietly, slowly. They're not making great fanfare when they leave. I keep talking about Wall Street South. That's everywhere from Miami all the way up to West Palm Beach in Florida, also in other parts of Florida. I mean, you have more, J.P. Morgan Chase employees down in Texas now than you have in New York City. It's happening, but it's not getting talked about a lot because they're not doing it with great fanfare.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, here's the hard truth. Numbers do not lie. They might make you uncomfortable, but they don't lie. We've tracked the price of the S&P 500, gold and silver, over the last 5 years. Now, between January 2022, May 2026, and the peaks and valleys, the results are staggering. Now, the S&P is up a whopping 45%. Gold is up 110%. Silver up a staggering 415%. So the question is, are you holding all the right assets? Do you need a diversified portfolio? Now, this is where it has literally paid to be diversified, and that's why I want you to check out my partners at Goldco. They're offering my audience, you, a free gold and silver kit. They want to show you the ropes. and actually educate you about the power of gold and silver. Plus, you can qualify for an extra 10% bonus in free gold or silver just for getting started. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
Caring for someone with memory loss isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. In fact, the needs of someone in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's are very different from someone in their later stages. That's why the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care offers a one-story home-like community featuring 2 distinct memory care areas, each designed to meet residents where they are in their journey. Giving you an excellent, thoughtful approach to memory care, you can trust the Lantern professionals at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care, offering the right setting, right support, right time at morningpoint.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. We are one day away from one of the biggest concerts in recent memory in Boyle County, the Free Eddie Montgomery concert at Millennium Park. Boyle County's America 250 Celebration Committee has put together a list of what to expect when you come to the My Town Celebration concert tomorrow night. They say plan to arrive early tomorrow. Gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline takes the stage at 5:30 and Montgomery Gentry at 7. Make sure you follow posted signage and directions from event staff and walk or take the shuttle bus from your designated parking space. There will be 4 designated parking areas for this event: Boyle County High School, which will include that shuttle bus, Boyle County Middle School, and 2 parking areas in the former fairgrounds location. Yes, it will be hot, and no, you cannot bring in tents, umbrellas, or shade canopies. However, there will be free water and free ice. Just bring your own empty cup. Boyle County EMS will have a cooling shelter available as well. You can also bring in your own sealed non-alcoholic drinks and empty refillable bottles. You can see the entire list of what you can and cannot bring in, as well as where to park and what to expect at this concert by going to the Boyle County America 250 Celebration Facebook page or going to DanvilleKentucky.com. Speaking of July 4th celebrations, fireworks shows are coming. Here's the schedule of fireworks shows in this area. Tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Garrett County will have their fireworks show. Gates open up at 5 o'clock with concessions available and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tomorrow at Anderson Dean Community Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. On Saturday the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be Saturday night as well. Eva Medall Health says an investment into laboratory technology will strengthen its commitment to their patients. The new technology includes installation of advanced laboratory automation and diagnostic systems at Eva Medall Regional Medical Center, Fort Logan, Hagen, and the Commonwealth Cancer Center in Danville. The technology allows for the automating of manual processes and handling specimens and testing, which will help reduce opportunities for human error and improve the standard of results across all facilities. And essentially for patients, it produces faster turnaround times in their test results. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends. They're hanging out over at Southern Heating and Cooling, keeping your home cozy as your comfort is their priority. Veteran-owned, family-operated, locally trusted. Go online, southernheatingcooling.com, or call 859-324-2770. Sunshine 93 and 74 is the high and low. 101 is the heat index today. That's awful. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 94. 101 is the heat index tomorrow. That's not good. Saturday, Independence Day, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. Sunday, mostly sunny and a high of 92. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. It's 79 degrees. And Kristen Flick from Shaker Village joins us this morning here on the show. And Kristen, when it was 101 degrees during the time of the Shakers, they couldn't just go hop in Harrington Lake and go for a swim, could they?
No. So yeah, we've actually got a program that we're running right now, and how the Shakers kind of weathered the weather here at Shaker Village in Pleasant Hill. So, yeah, they didn't have air conditioning. They didn't have some of the things that we have right now. And sometimes when we think our air conditioning isn't running as well as it should, I think back to the Shakers and how they just had to open the window and, maybe go down to the Kentucky River and, put their feet in the river down there. But, yeah, it's hot out there right now.
Yes, it is. My grandmother, who grew up is in Georgia, I talked about, before there was air conditioning, just sit on the porch to cool off all day long. So I can't imagine what that was like.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah. Hey, you all got just a packed month again, full of activities. And let's start off with today. Actually, I'm seeing that this has been canceled now due to the trail conditions. It was going to be a trail hike, I think, a Kentucky River hike, but I'm seeing trail conditions have canceled this.
Exactly, yeah. Unfortunately, the rain that we got over the weekend, some of the trails we did open our trails back up, but we've got a lot of caution with those when people come out because some of the creeks are still pretty high. There's still a lot of mud out there, but for this hike, not only the trail conditions aren't the best, but it's hot out there to be walking around on a 2-hour hike. So we just tried to be safe for everybody involved.
You've got Naughty at Night that's still going on, which will go on July 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 18th, 24th, and 25th, and 31st. We've talked about this before, but real quickly, tell us what Naughty at Night is about, Kristen, and then this is more geared towards 18 and older, correct?
Yes, the adults. We would prefer to have adults join us on this because this is just an event, like you said, we've done this for a while now. We started this maybe 2 years ago. But it's to answer the questions that people have. How were the Shakers, how did they resist that temptation? Because as a Shaker, you became celibate once you joined the community. So, not everybody can understand that, how if you once were married and now you join this society, how you dealt with that. So Naughty at Night kind of talks about that and maybe how some of them did not stay celibate and kind of were a little bit more naughty and in regards to the Shakers.
Yeah. Again, you can sign up for those classes, and I guess classes isn't the right word. Exhibits program. Thank you. They're throughout the month of July. ShakerVillageKY.org, where you can find the entire calendar of events and sign up for each of these. Saturday the 4th, Independence Day, but you have a monthly nature walk as well, geared up for that day.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something that we run once a month, and we invite people to come out and just walk with our preserve team and look at what nature is showing us during that month. So right now in the month of July, it's not only hot, but we've got all kinds of different critters and creatures and flora out there in our preserve. So this is, just a chance to come out and walk with someone who can answer the questions of what kind of a bird is that or what kind of a flower is that. So they're always really neat.
Yeah, it's Saturday, July the 4th. July 6th through July the 10th, you've got the Explorer Day Camp, and as far as I see, Kristen, there are still spots open for this.
Yeah, so the second week of July and the third week of July, we still have some spots open. If your kids are itching to get out and do something this summer and you don't have plans for them these 2 weeks, we still have spots. Explorer Day Camp is so fun. It's great to watch these kids and what they're doing out there. You see on our website they're doing a creek walk, and so I was just talking to one of the camp counselors, and they were talking about how the creek walk this week has been fun because of all the weather or the rain that we got. It's a little bit higher, so and it's nice for them to be able to cool off and go in the creek. So Explorer Day Camp here at Shaker Village is not just a camp where you play. They're going to learn some of the history. They're going to be outside. They're going to come home with a lot more, knowledge about not only the Shakers, but some of the little activities that they're doing and the nature that they're looking at while they're here at camp.
Yeah, you also have the Teen Service Leadership Camp as well. How does that differ from the Explorer Day Camp?
Yeah, so the Teen Service Leadership, they do more kind of projects while they're here. So they'll do more with like our garden team, and they have projects where they're working in the garden a lot more. Some of the younger kids, they'll do that as well, but the projects are a little bit more geared to the older kids while they're here in that teen service. And they have a project that they do. They work on throughout the week that at the end of the week they can talk about and show their parents or talk about when they're back in school that was their project for the week. So it's just a little bit higher level of a camp for the kids.
Yeah, that's the Teen Service Leadership Camp. Next week is also Mercer County Week from July 6th through July 12th. Now, I think that this is awesome that you all do this every year. And here's why I think that. I think oftentimes, especially great destinations of tourism can often think, well, the local people already know about us. We just need to reach out to those outside of the area. But it's so important to have a connection with the place and the people that you see and work with and serve every single day. And you all do a Mercer County Week every week. And I love this. Tell us what Mercer County Week is.
Yeah, so I love that we do this as well. This is something that always makes me sad is when I talk to people here in the community and tell them that I work at Shaker Village and they say, oh, I haven't been there, in 20 years, or it's been so long since I've been there. Because I think people do. They kind of forget about the things that are right here in the community. With gas prices being as expensive as they are, you don't want to take those long trips. So just come to and enjoy the places that are, right here in your community and support those places. So for us, for this week, we're inviting residents of Mercer County to come out with their ID, and they can get in for free. They can do all the tours. They can explore the buildings, hike the trails. Just really enjoy Shaker Village if they haven't been here in a while, or if, maybe it's just been a year since they've been here. This is just a great time for people to come and see the gym that we have right here in the community.
Yeah, so you get in free with a Mercer County ID, and is that the way it works?
Exactly. You have to show your ID that says that you live here in Mercer County, and right there at the Welcome Center, and they'll give you a sticker, and off you go. And
so does that include, like, let's say a family comes, maybe mom and dad have an ID, but the kids, they don't have an ID, they just get in with the parents?
Absolutely. Yep.
Good stuff. Mercer County Week starts Monday, July 6th, goes through Sunday, July the 12th. On Friday, July the 10th, you've got Music on the Lawn. This isn't every Friday thing, but didn't touch on it last quote-unquote week on July 3rd, which is tomorrow, so let's talk about it right now. What is Music on the Lawn, Kristen?
Music on the Lawn is one of my favorite things that we do here at Shaker Village. It's so fun. Just talking about the locals as well, we have a lot of local artists that live either here in Harrisburg or in some of the surrounding counties that come and they play out on the lawn right next to the Trustees Table restaurant. So while you're sitting there listening to music, you can either sit in one of our chairs. We've got Adirondack chairs and chairs with tables, or you can bring your own chair, or some people bring a blanket and sit on a blanket. But right next to you as well is our garden. And right now our garden is just it's exploding with all kinds of vegetables and flowers. So it's just the most beautiful setting. You're not sitting in a bar or a restaurant or, something like that listening to music. You're outside, and it just couldn't be any nicer. And also, if you have kids, your kids can play on that playscape right there, and you don't have to worry about them because they're right there. You're there listening to music. We have our music bar, which sells food, sells beverages out of that music bar. So it's a great chance to come. It's free. So you just park right next to the trustees table and walk in. Either, like I said, bring your own chair, or you can use ours. And it's so fun. So this, we've got somebody every Friday and Saturday night that's out there playing. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Saturday, July the 11th, not this Saturday, the following Saturday, early in the morning for those running enthusiasts. The Roots of Mercer County 5K and the 1 mile fun run. Go ahead and register for this now if you want to get involved in this and run in this 5K. Is this at Shaker Village?
It is.
Cool.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. This is the first time we've hosted this. It's the first time that they've had this Roots of Mercer County 5K, and we did this along with Mercer County Week. While you're out here, if you want to come in and do the 5K, you can also, we've got all different, I hate to call them vendors, but booths that are going to be set up that are Mercer County booths. So we have the Mercer County Public Library. We have the Historical Society. We have a lot of businesses that are right here in Harrisburg that will be out. You can talk to them. You can get some information. Just learn more, again, about things that are right here in our community that you might have always been curious about, but never, talked to the people who are actually a part of that organization. So it's going to be a really neat day. Again, this is the first time that they've held this, and we're honored that we can be the host site for it, because I think, to run, we've got some people out here right now that I see every day that are running. They're actually training for a marathon, and for them to come and run out here, it's just a beautiful setting. So to be able to host this 5K is going to be really neat.
That same day, I should say, the Drystone Construction Workshop. Tell us what this is about.
Yeah, this is, we've been hosting this for years now, and we have this workshop out here at Shaker Village. We host the Drystone Conservancy, and they do this workshop. They bring their instructors, and if you sign up, you can come and you can work on a part of fence, the stone fence that we have here at Shaker Village. We have miles and miles and miles of stone fence that are hundreds of years old, and over time, weather, different things will cause them to maybe some of those stones to break away, and this workshop comes out here to Shaker Village, and they repair some of our fence. So if you've ever thought, that looks like a really neat trade, I would really, I think it would be neat for me to learn how to do that. This is a great workshop. It's a 2-day workshop, and you just work for those 2 days, and it comes with lunch as well while you're here. So it's really neat for anyone who's curious about the stone fences and how to repair them.
Yeah, that's Saturday, July the 11th. And then there's many other events, but the last event we haven't touched on that date, the Volunteer Work Day that day.
Yeah, the Volunteer Work Day is a chance for people who really appreciate Shaker Village and love it and want to. We have 3,000 acres out here, and we have a great staff, but it's just hard to keep up all the trails, the trees, the fences, the buildings, all of this. So this is a chance for people, again, who really enjoy Shaker Village and want to see it, continue and be beautiful. We have these people come out, and we feed them breakfast and lunch, and have some leaders who take them around, and you could be doing anything from painting a fence to maybe pulling weeds in the garden, who knows, but all kinds of really neat things that we have our volunteers to do, and we're very grateful to have these volunteers. And they also get several discounts while they're here as well. They'll get a 30% discount off of an overnight stay, so if they want to come and stay the night before or the night after, they can get that discount, and then you do get a voucher for 20% off in the restaurant as well. So it's a great chance to come out and just help the village.
Kristen Flick with Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill joins us every first Thursday of the month. We'll step aside, we'll come back, we'll finish up the conversation. Still got 2 weekends left in July to talk about. And July the 18th is unbelievably busy at Shaker Village. Talking about it coming up next.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 77 years in the Bluegrass. We're Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Enjoy a home-cooked dinner in our shaded courtyard before the show. Shows are nightly, Tuesday through Saturdays. New show time, 8 o'clock p.m. instead of 8:30. Dinner is optional, and now served only on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. The Iron Baby Angel, adapted by Robbie Henson. A Kentucky Voices world premiere, June 30th through July 18th, closed July 4th. Follow the misadventures of a young Harold Hines Jr., a precocious Tom Sawyer-like character, as he navigates the quirky places and unique faces that populated Danville in 1909. This Kentucky Voices original celebrates our hometown history and America's 250th anniversary. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road, here in Danville. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
Have you heard about Farmers National Bank's Teller on Demand service? I gave it a try and I loved it. I simply touched the screen, talked with bank specialists live on screen, and they made it quick and easy. And the service even offers extended hours, 8 to 6 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturday. Teller on Demand is a quick and easy way to make withdrawals, deposits, or ask a question. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC.
The Ready Care Clinic is a primary care and walk-in clinic. They perform physicals for work, school, and sports with minimal wait times. No appointment needed. They're located in Lawrenceburg, Harrisburg, Crab Orchard, and now Danville. Primary care when you need it. The Ready Care Clinic.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
All right, 9:27 in the morning. Kristen Flick, Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill, joins us here on The Joe Show, Saturday, July the 18th. Yoga and goats. You combine the two for goat yoga. You got 2 sessions of that Saturday, July the 18th.
Yeah, goat yoga, I think it's just one of the cutest things. If you look at the picture on our website, it's just precious. I went over and saw our goats this morning and fed them some watermelon to give them a little hot weather snack. But they have so much fun, the goats do. I mean, the people do as well. But I think the goats really enjoy this because they get to, be around people and help them out with their stress levels. Because whenever you're around an animal, in my opinion, it kind of brings your stress level down. So, yeah, the 2 sessions for goat yoga on July 18th will be really, really fun.
Yeah, Goat Yoga, July the 18th. There are a lot of different workshops on Saturday, July the 18th, and what you are calling the Christmas in July Day. Christmas in July German Stars, Christmas in July Reed Stars, Vintage Paper Creations, Cookie Decorating Workshop as well. Tell us about these and this day full of Christmas in July events.
Yeah, we thought we would do something in July, just kind of pack a day with all kinds of different workshops. You always hear the Christmas in July kind of tagline. So we thought we would do this where if you want to get started early and maybe make some ornaments, make some gifts, make some just things for your own house, you can go ahead and do it now, and then you don't have to worry about it when it's crazy busy in July. In December. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 workshops on the 18th and then 1 workshop on the 19th where you can come and do those workshops with our program team, learn how to do all these kind of crafts, and then take them home, and then potentially you can show others and make more on your own. So it's really good. We don't have a lot of tickets left for these. They've actually been selling. They've been really popular. So go ahead if you're interested in one of these and get your ticket because I suspect they'll probably sell out before too long. But yeah, it's just a fun day, and, it's fun to maybe bring a friend or, your daughter or your aunt or, just, come and do this together. And it's in the air conditioning, so that makes it even better.
Hey, one of that same day, July the 18th, one of the 4 fresh food adventures that you all are doing here in 2026. What about a farm feast that day?
Oh, this is one of my favorite things because, like I said, our garden right now is just exploding. We've put 1,600 pounds of produce into the restaurant so far this year. Last year, we only did maybe about 250 at this same time. So that kind of tells you how bountiful our garden is producing right now. So this farm feast is a dinner out in the garden. You're sitting at a table right next to the garden. You can do some tours with our farm team and look at what they're growing. The entire menu, Chef and I sat down and we looked at. So we wanted to make sure that every single thing on that menu has something from the garden come into it. So obviously, the proteins, we don't have those right on site, but they're local as well from Dry Branch and then Marks Ferry Farms. But this is just going to be a really fun event, and it always sells out as well. So get your tickets for that.
Yeah, that same night, July 18th, Firefly Hike.
Mm-hmm. Night hikes are one of the neatest things out here at Shaker Village because you don't have that light pollution that you might have closer to town. So I did this one last year, and it was so fun because you walk around with the program team specialist, and they kind of point out those little fireflies and the different species that you might not know about. And when I did it, we also heard we called some owls as well, and so that was neat. But yeah, it's a fun little night hike to do and learn some stuff along the way.
The following weekend, following Saturday, July 25th, you've got the Twilight Critters Summer. Twilight Critters Summer. What is this about?
Yeah. So, again, like I said, with the monthly nature walk, we do kind of the things that are happening that month that people might be interested in. So with this one, this is the same kind of thing of those little critters that are coming out this time of year at nighttime. And so your program specialist will take you on a hike, and as you're going along that hike, you might start to see some of those animals or critters that you might have heard, while you're laying in bed, or you see when you're driving. You'll see their eyes. So this is a really neat. It might sound scary to some people, but it's very safe and it's wonderful to do. And we do them all season. So we'll do one right now in the summer, and then we've got the fall, winter, and then spring where we do the twilight critters and kind of see what's happening during that time of year.
ShakerVillageKY.org is the website. Go to the event calendar, and you'll be able to see all the events that we've talked about. Some of them we couldn't touch on as well. You can register for these events, book your spot for these events. They fill up oftentimes very quickly. So if you see or if you heard something we talked about that you think sounds interesting, go ahead, get on the website, ShakerVillageKY.org, and RSVP to those. Kristen, we appreciate you being on. Look forward to talking to you again in the month of August. That'll be August the 6th. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you,
Kristen.
Joe. Have a wonderful holiday weekend.
You too. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Kristen Flick with Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill. It's a Morning Point Thursday. And they're coming up next on the Joe Show.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Are you at risk for diabetes? Nearly 1 in 3 adults are living with prediabetes that, without intervention, could become type 2 diabetes. Know your risk in 26. Take the online screening at doihaveprediabetes.org. See your healthcare provider if you are high risk and make lifestyle changes to prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action now. Take the online screening at doihaveprediabetes.org. Supported by your Boyle County Health Department.
Curamed is a top-selling curcumin product in America for good reason. Curamed from Terry Naturally provides remarkable health benefits. Make sure you insist on a bestseller. Insist on Curamed. We're so confident Curamed will offer the results you deserve, we guarantee it, or your money back.
Curamed is on sale now, only at the Danville Nutrition Center. Save on both Curamed and Curamin for pain. Danville Nutrition Center is located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
Nothing celebrates independence like a fireworks show. And Z105 and Send the Lights fireworks stands want to add to your fireworks show with a special mix of patriotic and fun songs this 4th of July, Eve and night. Tune in to Z105 WRNZ from 9 to 11. Enjoy a special musical soundtrack to go with your fireworks show. Listen live on your phone too at hometownlive.net. Brought to you by Send the Light fireworks stands and Z105.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, thank you there, Rayleigh Joe. Coming your way, brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, sunshine, a heat index into the triple digits.
a high today of 93. 101 is the heat index for today. Tomorrow, Morning Point's going to be rocking because Eddie Montgomery's going to be rocking in Millennium Park right next door. 94 is the high. 101 is the heat index tomorrow. And Saturday, Independence Day, Morning Point will be rocking again because Millennium Park will be rocking with fireworks. And a high of 92. A low tomorrow, Saturday evening is 72. Sunday, mostly sunny and 92. Right now, it's 9:37 in the morning. And to make this segment official, here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Told you. And we welcome on to the show Samantha and Emily from Morning Point right here in Danville. Good morning, ladies. How are you all?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. That was Emily. Samantha, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Fantastic. Well, good. All right. Samantha's been in studio with us last couple of weeks, month or so. Emily, been a while for you. Reintroduce yourself to our listening audience. Tell us what your role is there at Morning Point.
I'm back. My name's Emily Page, and I am the Lantern Program Director over at Morning Point.
Awesome. Sorry, I was trying to fix my clipboard here in the studio. I was knocking my computer screen around. So what do you do as the Lantern Program Director? You're the one that plans the events and things for the residents?
So I get to plan all the fun stuff for the residents. I also do goal plans with our residents so they can reach their goals in their time there at Morning Point. I also rearrange meetings with the families and fun stuff where they get to come in and hang out. So I get to do all the fun stuff.
How are you going about making goals with residents? Some of them obviously in the early or latter stages of dementia, or is that like a family conversation? Maybe the families are making goals for their loved ones.
Sometimes they're involved, but usually about 2 days after they admit into the facility, I'll get to know them and take a paper down there. And sometimes their goal is just as sweet as they say their goal is to make friends. They get to make their own goal. And so in 30 days, we'll revisit that, and 100% all the time, they're like, yeah, I've met my goal. I've made friends. Or it may be, I want to sit at the piano and play again. And usually we can make that work as well.
Yeah. I like it. 100% success rate in meeting those goals. Yeah, good stuff. So Emily is with the Lantern, and then Samantha is with the Morning Point Assisted Living Building. And coming up in 2 weeks from today, right? July 16th, that's 2 weeks from today. You got the Seniors Got Talent auditions here locally at Morning Point. Samantha, tell us what's going on with this.
Okay, so on July 16th from 2 to 4, we are inviting the community, anyone 60 and older, to come out and audition for our Seniors Got Talent. This is an event taking place on September 1st at the Lexington Opera House. So if they come in, they do the audition, they make it to the next level, then they'll move on to the main event that is hosted on September 1st.
So do you sign up ahead of time for this?
You can. You can record a short video and send it in to the morningpointfoundation.com, or you can come in July 16th from 2 to 4 and audition at our community.
All right, so you can sign up if you want, but if you wake up that morning and you're over the age of 60 and you woke up with a brand new talent,
that's right.
Come in and showcase that talent.
Absolutely.
Is that's the way it works?
And we are looking for more people to come out and audition.
Yes, awesome stuff. Now, you got July 4th coming up on Saturday. You know, obviously you got the Eddie Montgomery concert tomorrow, got the fireworks on Saturday. How do you all at Morning Point celebrate the 4th of July? You got any events for that?
So we're actually celebrating this evening. We're having our family night. We're looking at having about 250 people.
Oh, wow.
So tonight we're going to have like a cookout. We did move it inside due to the heat, but huge cookout, good food. We have an Elvis impersonator coming, so we're going to have some good music. Face painting for the kids and games, and it's going to be a good time. We're all decked out in our 4th of July attire today.
Nice. 250 plus, you said you expect?
That's what we're looking. That's what we're expecting.
And you are having what to eat?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs and hamburgers?
Hot dogs, hamburgers.
So somebody's doing some major grilling then.
Yes, the kitchen staff, yes.
Yeah. Emily, what about you all at the Lantern? Got any 4th of July plans?
Well, we've been celebrating all week long because we just love to have fun. But yesterday we had our red, white, and blue party. So we did tie-dye shirts in red, white, and blue. And we had all kinds of themed snacks. I went to the store and they told me, they were like, find everything that's red, white, and blue. So I was like, well,
Bomb
I'm up
pops.
to a challenge. So I got red, white, and blue moon pies, red, white, and blue mints. I got red, white, and blue cereal. I got everything red, white, and blue, and we set it out, and we tried all of it yesterday. And then Friday we have our cookout. And, we've been having some fun to celebrate the 250th anniversary.
I didn't know they made red, white, and blue moon pies.
They do, yeah. And it's blueberry and strawberry and then vanilla.
Just like the regular cream, yeah.
Yeah.
What about bomb pops?
Oh, my gosh, I didn't even get any of those, but I got popsicles.
That's like the original red, white,
Yeah.
and blue. It's bomb pops. Now, I'm seeing pictures of the assisted living that you all, one of the residents there is eating a bomb pop. I don't know his name. He said, which one? I don't know.
I'm not sure what
He's
one it is,
He's
Joe.
sitting there eating
Is
a
it
bomb.
George?
So, yeah. Y'all got bomb pops at assisted living. Y'all ready to
have
rock,
it.
huh? Yeah.
You gotta step up your game,
Yes,
Emily.
Yeah. Well, the Morning Point, they are in Danville right here off of Perryville Road. The assisted living is 859-306-0202. And the Lantern with 2 different levels of memory care for early and latter stages of Alzheimer's and dementia is at 859-965-1008. Samantha, last Monday we had Sarah Palomon, Chamber of Commerce Director, and she had talked a little bit about how they had a Chamber of Commerce meeting, I think, at you all's building last week. But she was promoting the meeting space. You all have like a community room meeting space. Tell us about that.
We do. We have a couple options. Our activity part where they do all the activities is huge, so that can be used as well. But they use the one at the end of our 500 hall. It's a little bit smaller, so if you have a smaller group coming in, that works perfect. It was so nice to have them in the building that day as well. They had a good turnout.
Yeah, good stuff. So, but like you all just rent out the meeting space then for
We offer it out. Mhm.
anybody who needs a spot, business meeting or whatever. You all got that space available.
So we love that, and we want people to come into our community to do that.
How important is it to keep people coming in to the community, and not even just I'm not talking about even meetings per se, but children's choirs or adult devotions, someone coming in and singing some gospel songs. Are y'all always looking for people to do events like that?
We are. We're always looking for volunteers. I know on the assisted living side, we're looking for volunteers for activities. You can never have too many of those, and the more volunteers you have, the better.
Yeah.
The residents love having different people coming in, doing different devotions, or even coming in to sing. We have some that sing, and I'm not sure how you all.
Emily, what about the Lantern? What kind of volunteers are you all looking for?
Well, we have all kinds of volunteers right now. We have an abundance of people coming in to preach, do Bible study, devotions. Currently, we are looking for some personalized volunteers if they want to come in and paint nails, come in and do some hair for the ladies. And we need somebody to come in and hang out with our men. We don't have a huge census in our men department, but we want someone to come in and maybe bring your motorcycle, maybe bring a cool car, and call ahead and let me know. And I can do a men's club that day. Call us and let us know. That'd be fun.
All right, so we need some men to step up.
We do, yes.
The ladies, you need people to do the ladies' hair and nails and all that, but you got some guys at the Lantern
they need to have
that
some
want to be
fun.
guys, looking at motorcycles and old cars and stuff like that. So if you know or you are someone who fits that bill, you got an old classic car and you all have done car shows there before at Morning Point, so we know people have classic cars and they know where Morning Point is because they've come to classic car shows before. You call Morning Point, get set up with Emily, and she'd love to get that set up. And you can be and hang out with some of the guys there at the Lantern there in Morning Point. 859-965-1008 is the phone number. I've asked Samantha this before. Emily, let me ask you: when people come into the Lantern, and let's say they have a family member that has an Alzheimer's or dementia diagnosis, and they're coming in for a tour, what kind of things do they typically ask and look for? And I think even more so when it's a family member with Alzheimer's and dementia, it's different from the assisted living because a lot of these people are like, hey, at the assisted living, hey, I just don't want to do yard work anymore. I can still get around. They can come in and kind of maybe ask their own questions.
Retire, yeah.
But it's different because this is a person who's probably taking care of their loved one, and now they may be leaving taken care of, the care taken into you all's hands. And so when they come in, there's probably a lot more specific questions. They want to make sure their loved one is taken care of. So walk us through what kind of things they're looking for on a tour, and what kind of questions typically you get there at the Lantern when someone is looking at maybe moving in.
Yeah, so first of all the tours are 100% free. I know there's been some questions in the past about if it had to be scheduled. It can be scheduled, but if you are having a rough day with your loved one, you can just walk into our building, and all of us management team would be there to support you. And if you have any questions, usually we hear, who's gonna come check on her at 3 o'clock in the morning. She wakes up at 3 in the morning. Well, we have somebody there 24 hours. It's 24-hour care. There's aides on the floor, RA, CNAs. We have nurses. Activity team is there 7 out of 7 days a week. They're like, she likes church. That's one of the things that calms her or him down. What about that? They might not get to go to church anymore. Well, we have church there. And then a lot of family members, so to speak, they'll think that they're coming here for the end of their life. And over at the Lantern and at the assisted living building, we really try to let them know that they are coming here to live their best life. It's really, they get to do some stuff they never have got to do in their 80 years, 70 years of life. So take that tour, come in for the tour, call and ask questions about it, because it will really change your perspective on how our facilities are, because they're really fun.
I like how you said, too, that it used to be a scheduled tour, but now you allow people to come in. Because, like my late grandmother had Alzheimer's and dementia, and some days better than others, especially in maybe more so early stages where they're still getting around and can do things for themselves, and then some days are not great. Right? Mm-hmm. And then when you go through those not great days, sometimes it can feel like, not that maybe you're at wit's end, but am I the only one going through this? Is there anybody that can help me out? Mm-hmm. And then you think, oh, yeah, let's go just see what the Lantern has to offer, right? It doesn't have to be some high-scale thing where you're coming in. You just want to come in and take a tour, real low-key. Let's check this place out just to see if in the future this is a place we can utilize. And you all, again, don't have to schedule anything. Just pop in and take a tour.
Yeah, just come in.
In our community, what I've gathered is the families will come in first, do the tour, see if that's something mom or dad or grandma or grandpa's going to love, and then they reschedule for their loved one to come in, and typically we'll have lunch with them and let them try the food. That's a big thing.
Yes, got to try the food out, right? How is mom and dad or aunt or uncle or grandma how are they going to be eating here when they're here? They're going to be eating like royalty.
Yep, they
do. They do.
If you're eating a bomb pop on the front porch in the summer, you can get whatever you want. I ate a bomb pop yesterday in my living room, Morning Point's my type of place. I just need to come bring bomb pops and hang out on the front porch.
You could.
I mean, that'd be a popular guy. If I showed up with a cooler full of bomb pops at Morning Point, who's saying no?
No one.
Everybody's out there. Yeah. It's a party on the Morning Point porch. You're out there. It's a bomb pop party. It's 9:49 in the morning with Morning Point. Samantha and Emily joining us here this morning. They both have some jokes lined up. Now, Emily didn't, but Samantha had an extra joke. She's like a stand-up comedian now. She's just rolling in the jokes. So Samantha told Emily a joke, so they both have a joke. And the Morning Point dad joke of the day is coming up next.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. Call Term Busters for a quote, 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class, exam required to qualify. For details, call 1-800-908-7636. Paid for by Robert Livinger, Insurance Agent.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Argentina was trading at 15% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $637 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know what they're trading at today? Check Kalshi. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. That's promo code PITCH. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Must be present in state where it's legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prizes, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Need your property looking its best? Call Homescapes LLC, a trusted source for all your home, service, and property maintenance. We're licensed and fully insured, handling both residential and commercial properties with confidence. Lawn care and treatments, landscaping, excavation, construction, and tree trimming and removal. One call does it all. Call 859-613-9161. That's 859-613-9161. And let Homescapes LLC get the job done right.
Caring for someone with memory loss isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. In fact, the needs of someone in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's are very different from someone in their later stages. That's why the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care offers a one-story home-like community featuring 2 distinct memory care areas, each designed to meet residents where they are in their journey. Giving you an excellent, thoughtful approach to memory care, you can trust the Lantern professionals at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care, offering the right setting, right support, right time at morningpoint.com.
If you've ever been a victim of a scam or fraud attempt, you're not alone. Con artists are good at tricking people. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. A way we beat the fraudsters is to communicate with each other. Always feel free to contact us, as we're glad to help you and share advice.
Don't be a dirty driver. You can shine on and drive on with a clean vehicle from the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road. The original Thoroughbred Car Wash has 6 self-service bays and 8 vacuums and a touchless automatic wash that washes, waxes, and blow dries for the spotless wash that you'll be proud of. Find the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road, just down from Big Lots. Open 7 days a week for your convenience.
Pizza Hut just dropped the Ultimate Hot Bundle. Now you can create your ultimate feast with 2 medium pizzas, any style of 8-count boneless wings, and any sticks and 2 dips. Build your Ultimate Hot Bundle only at Pizza Hut. Feel good times. The Ultimate Hot Bundle, just a limited time only. 10 toppings max, not available on stuffed crust. Additional charge for extra cheese. Extra toppings on recipe pizzas and dips. Availability and prices and participation vary.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
9:53 in the morning. It is 82 degrees. The heat index already at 90 here at not even 10 o'clock in the morning. Just ridiculous stuff. All right, Samantha and Emily are in studio, and Samantha brought in the Dad Joke 3000 last week. It's a big red button that I hit, and looks like if I hit it, it would like drop an atomic bomb. It's like the atomic bomb button, but it just gives me a dad joke. So let's see what the Dad Joke 3000 says today.
What concert only cost 45 cents? 50 Cent, featuring Nickelback.
I hadn't heard that one before.
That's pretty good.
It says it's 75 different jokes, but I usually turn it off when I'm not using it to not burn the battery down. And I think once I turn it off, it almost like resets the brain. So I've been hearing some of the same 4 or 5 jokes. I hadn't heard that one yet. Which concert costs 45 cents? 50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Emily, you got a dad joke?
Okay, what did one flag say to the other?
What did what?
What did...
The delivery there wasn't great.
I had to read
Can we redo this?
Okay. What did one flag say to the other flag?
There we go.
Okay. I'm waving at you.
Yeah, I said nothing. It just waved.
Okay.
Dadgummit.
Well, it's not as funny when it's spoiled by me when I actually you're asking a question, I get it right. All right. What about you, Samantha?
Okay. What do you get when you cross a duck and a rocket?
What do you cross and you get a duck and a rocket? I don't know.
A firecracker.
I like that one. That one is good. Let me do the laugh track for that one. Oh, they're cracking up. All right, here's one. Police officer came to my house yesterday and asked where I was between 5 and 6. He seemed irritated when I answered kindergarten.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. You don't get this type of quality entertainment on any other radio program besides this one. Real quickly, Morning Point, again, they've got, I know they're having a family night for the families and residents there at the assisted living, and just kind of giving you examples of the fun things that they do basically every single day, these events and activities, all kinds of fun. At the Lantern, they're doing their 4th of July celebration tomorrow. If I remember correctly, Emily, you said July 3rd, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, July 3rd. If you want to be involved, you want to volunteer, you want to just come see what they're about, out. Maybe you just want to come and hang out. Maybe you want to paint fingernails for the ladies of the lantern, or you want to bring in your classic car for some of the guys to see. You can do that. 859-965-1008. 859-965-1008. Or for the assisted living building, 859-306-0202. 859-306-0202. And again, Seniors Got Talent, Thursday, July 16th, 2 weeks from today. Auditions start at what time again, Samantha?
2 to 4.
2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Show up. You can register early, but you can show up day of. It's at the assisted living building, over the age of 60, and you just got to have a talent.
Mm-hmm. No groups bigger than 6.
Okay, so you can't have any groups bigger than 6.
Right.
So you could have the Jackson 6 come out, but not the Jackson 7.
Right.
Once you get 7, that's too much.
That's right.
You have a group of 6. And the winner of that entire competition statewide gets $1,000. And that's a big-time prize. So that's coming up Thursday, July 16th, the first initial auditions for that. Samantha and Emily, any parting words of knowledge for us?
Happy 4th.
I'm going to go with that, too.
Happy 4th!
250, right?
Yeah, 250th anniversary. We'll wave at you all. We're going to the Eddie Montgomery concert Friday. I'll honk and wave, okay?
We'll be sitting on the porch.
Okay, I'll do it. Eating bomb pops.
Okay.
9:57. That's all we've got.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
At Sutton Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a neighbor. Our friendly team helps you stay healthy with quick refills, expert advice, and flu shots. Enjoy free local delivery and a convenient app to make managing your refills easy. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to the Lancaster community. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on West Maple Avenue.
In Kentucky, we know the unexpected can strike at any moment, whether it's a tornado, flood, or severe storm. Being prepared could save lives. That's why it's vital to have an emergency plan. Know where your local shelter is. Keep an emergency kit with essentials like water, food, and medicine, and make sure your family has a communication plan in place. Boyle County, we're stronger when we are prepared. For more information on how to get ready, visit Boyle County Health Department's Division of Emergency Preparedness online at boylehealth.com. Stay safe, stay ready. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Boyle County Health Department.
Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Look out for scam emails that ask you to give your bank account or your debit card number. These emails can be made to look like they are from a legitimate company. When in doubt, contact your bank or just delete.
It's Thursday, and the Lincoln County Fair in Stamford is the best place to be. Pay $20 for admission, rides, and events at the gate. Floral Hall and Carnival gets underway at 6. Also at 6, it's the Tiny Tots pageant at the Pageant Building. Then at 7, it's the Little Mr. and Miss pageant at the Pageant Building. And the Demolition Derby takes place at 7 at the Motorsports track. It's all at the Lincoln County Fair at the bottom of ASCAP in Stamford. You gotta go.
When that time comes and you need an electrician, plumber, someone to fix your heating and air, or garage door care, Kentucky Service Company is your professionals for serving real needs and fixing real problems. Expect clear communication, fair pricing, and craftsmanship you can trust. The KSE family brand includes Fire Stretcher, Heating and Air, Hearst, Electric and Plumbing, and newly added Easy Open Garage Doors. These companies are built on heritage, serving with pride. They are your home's best friend. Kentucky Service Companies.
Well, there's that sad music again. My time has come to an end, and it's come to an end abruptly. I'll see you tomorrow morning. It's 10 o'clock.
This is the talk of the town.